Info guide, 800-967-7711. That's 800-967-7711.
Having trouble sleeping? Visit Mattress Firm during the Upgrade Your Sleep sale. Their sleep experts will help find your perfect bed. They make sleep easy.
KKFN and KKFN HD1 Longmont, Denver.
You're listening to Denver Sports 104.3. The Fan.
Nonverbal communication.
Mike. What day is it, Mike? Hump day.
Unbreakable bonds.
Look at us three. The three musketeers.
Genius.
Yeah.
Genius, and genius.
And personal hygiene.
Holy Moses. The guy's excited about showering.
It's Stokley and Evans with Mark Schlereth on Denver Sports 104.3 The Fan.
Come on. Do the Humpty Hump. Come on, do the Humpty Hump.
Yeah, good morning, everybody. It is Wednesday, Hump Day. All downhill from here to the weekend, and got a different look this morning. If you are tuning in right at the start here on our Denver Sports YouTube channel, subscribe and get involved. Stoke is off today. Couldn't beat it. He was trending the wrong way, not feeling well. The cold, the runny nose. I mean, he had everything here. He had the fluids. He had the throat lozenges. He had the Kleenexes. I mean, he had everything. I even gave him a couple shots of Dayquil late in the show. Didn't help.
Screw you, Evans.
So he's off today, which means the big man back in his seat. Mark Schlereth in for the full 4 hours. How we doing?
I am doing great. Seat feels good. Texted with Stoke yesterday. Yeah, made a little trip, not to put his business in the streets, but made a little trip to urgent care. Very de huff of him.
He did?
Yes, to urgent care because he wasn't feeling good. You know him. He's just, I mean, how much medicine can you put in your body?
He had a cold. He has a cold.
Well, he didn't feel good.
It's not like the busted ribs you gave to Huff.
Allegedly busted the Huff's ribs.
Allegedly.
Yeah.
You know, just because you post a photo of you in the emergency room doesn't mean anything really happened.
Yeah. I'm sure with the Huff it was like, yeah, your ribs are bruised.
Bruised.
And it went from a bruise, like a bruise or contusion to broken ribs, and he took 8 weeks off.
Oh, it's a hematoma.
Oh.
All right, lot to get
I
to.
hope Stoke feels better, though.
Yeah, we do too. So get better, Stoke. Got a lot to get to. The Avalanche lose to the Oilers in controversial fashion yesterday. They lose 4-3. It was a 2-2 game late in the second period when Nathan MacKinnon came flying in on the Edmonton goalie, cut from right to left across the front of the goal mouth, the crease, made contact, legged knee to head of the Edmonton goalie. There was an Edmonton defenseman right on his back and did give him a shove late in the play. Ended up being called a penalty for goaltender interference, but then it got upgraded and stood upon further review for a game misconduct. 5-minute penalty, game misconduct. MacKinnon thrown out of the game late in the second period. Jared Bednar not happy with the call.
First thing I looked at, for me, I look at the overhead. He makes the play on the puck, and I got his toes cutting up ice probably through the top of the paint, and Ingram's on the goal line. I don't think there's a chance. There's no chance that he hits the goalie if Nurse doesn't run into him. He's not hitting the goalie.
I disagree. I looked at the play a bunch again this morning. MacKinnon had so much speed and had such a step on Nurse, the defenseman. He was going to hit the goalie. Okay, the goalie was coming out.
Sure.
Towards the top of the crease. He was going to hit the goalie. I have no problem with it being called goaltender interference. Now, where I do disagree with the call was that the rule is clear. You are supposed to do, it's your responsibility to do everything you can to steer clear of the goalie. It looked to me like MacKinnon was trying at the end to turn a bit away from the goalie. But the damage was already going to be done. He was going to hit the goalie. But to me, it did not warrant being tossed out of the game because then the Edmonton player pushing him, putting weight on him, contributed to the severity of the collision. So it held up after a long review. And remember, this was a nationally televised game. I don't think they want to be throwing Nathan McKinnon out of the 2-2 game late in the second period and take away that star factor. But I felt like, to me, there was definitely goaltender interference, but I did not think it was enough to be thrown out of the game.
All right. I mean, I get that. The goaltender interference thing is interesting to me because Ryan Nugent-Hopkins' third goal, he ran into our goalie, and then he backed out. You know, he got the tip puck from I can't remember who passed him the puck. But how he ran into our goalie, and our goalie couldn't respond to the tip puck because he was a little out of position. Now, Nugent-Hopkins, to his credit, got out of the crease and got, behind the crease there before he tipped the puck, but he still had hit the goalie before that. And so it's the inconsistency of calls, and we talk about it all the time with every sport, but it's confusing to me. Like, why is that one not and the other one is?
I completely agree. It put it up there with pass interference calls in the NFL, blocker charge in basketball. I don't know what goaltender interference is.
We interrupt this program to annoy you and make things generally irritating.
It truly is. It's a night by night, crew by crew.
Right. There's no
basis.
There's no consistency through crews on what is and what isn't. And so, I think it's also crazy to throw McKinnon out. It's just it is crazy. And even though, okay, you hit him, all right, I get it, it's a penalty, whatever. But the bottom line is a 5 minute and throw him out of the game that's hard to overcome.
Well, it was a night overall where Bednar was not happy with the officiating.
I'm not going to make it about officiating, but it's part of the game. And we're shorthanded, taking slashes, and it's not called. We're going to look away. Then Nelson dances a guy in the neutral zone and gets tripped. That's what the penalties are for. If someone makes a high skill play, McDavid beats one of our guys and he's going to the net, and we put a stick on him in the wrong spot, or we hook him, hold him, whatever it is. The officiating is supposed to reward the skill.
Well, it did not last night, and the Avalanche do take the loss 4-3. And even though they won, the Oilers still suck.
McDavid sucks. Draisaitl sucks. Zach Hyman sucks. Evan Bouchard sucks. Evander Kane sucks. Ryan Nugent-Hopkins sucks.
No, not really. He had 2 goals.
Yeah, the Oilers suck. Oh, yeah.
All right, so maybe that takes some of the sting out of the loss.
You know what? As I was watching the game last night, I was just laying in bed watching the game. That song jumped into my head. I don't know about anybody else.
Oh, I know other people it did.
It jumped in every time. Every time it was Ryan Nugent-Hopkins. Oh, it was Draisaitl. Yeah. So McDavid. And all I could think about was that song. It was repeating in my head over and over and over again.
The other thing I did not have on my sports bingo card last night was Bam Adebayo going for 83 points for the Miami Heat.
Inconceivable.
It's now Wilt with 100, Bam with 83.
How about that? That's crazy.
Kobe Bryant with 81. I'm sure Kobe fans are not at all happy that this went down.
Is Bam Adebayo the GOAT?
Unbelievable. This is the most amazing part of it, right? So Bam Adebayo averages per game 5 free throws attempted, okay? He took 43 free throws.
Oh, gross.
36 of 43.
He upped his aggressiveness.
Yes. And by the end there, the Heat were doing all they could to
just feed him
and run into people and dare them to call the whistle. And they even I think they're up by 25, and Spo challenged a charge call, just to try to get more free throws. So, hey, 83 points.
That's incredible.
That's incredible.
Yeah.
Helps that you're playing a team like Washington. We are off and rolling. A lot to get to. What do you think of J.K. Dobbins firing back at people, saying he's injury prone? And, wow, speaking of, did you have this on your bingo card? 2 days for the Broncos in free agency with nothing to show for it? That's next.
Calling all wrestling fans. Now's your chance to win your way into the biggest pro wrestling event in the world. Airfare, hotel tickets, and $500 in spending money all included. It's the Superfan Send-Off, presented by 303 Law 4040. First, head to DenverSports.com/Superfan to register. Then tune in every hour to see if your name is called. If you hear your name, you have 10 minutes to call us back and be entered into the grand prize drawing. It's the Superfan Send-Off, presented by 303 Law 4040. Denver Sports 104.3. The Fan.
Cashback is not available on gas in New Jersey and Wisconsin.
Couponing. Wow, you didn't strike me as the coupon type.
Just trying to stay ahead of inflation. Gas, groceries, everything. It's all more expensive. I need to save wherever I can.
Have you tried Upside yet?
Upside? What's that?
It's a free app that I use that pays cash back for every gallon of gas I buy. You've got to buy gas to get around anyway. Might as well get paid for it.
Come on, does that really add up to anything?
I've already made around $200. The extra cash helped pay down my bills, and I even had a little extra left to treat myself.
And the Upside app is free?
Totally free, and the cash back is real. You can transfer the cash right to your bank account.
I'm downloading Upside right now.
Download the free Upside app now to earn cash back every time you buy gas. Use promo code ENJOY to get an extra 25 cents per gallon on your first tank. You can cash out anytime right to your bank, to PayPal, or a gift card for Amazon and other brands. Just download the free Upside app and use promo code ENJOY for a 25 cents per gallon bonus on your first tank. That's code ENJOY for a 25 cents per gallon bonus.
Get 5 quarts of Valvoline full synthetic motor oil and a MicroGuard Select oil filter for just $36.99. Limit supply.
O'Reilly Auto Parts.
Do you have at least 1 month worth of food in your pantry? If not, you should definitely go to MyPatriotSupply.com right now. My Patriot Supply is America's #1 supplier of long-term storable food. They've helped over 3 million Americans get prepared. And for a limited time, when you order their best-selling 4-week food supply, you'll get an additional week of food absolutely free. There's no catch, but act fast because this offer ends soon. Claim your free emergency food kit now at MyPatriotSupply.com. That's MyPatriotSupply.com.
Bring your visions to life with smart business buying tools and technology from Amazon Business. From fast, free shipping to in-depth buying insights and automated purchase approvals, we deliver everything you need to achieve your goals. Go to AmazonBusiness.com for support.
I'm Rob Wilhite. If you've been in a car accident, you need experience that wins. For almost 50 years in Colorado, my firm has recovered over $1 billion for crash victims. Call 303-GOOD-LAW or visit WilhiteWins.com. That's WilhiteWins.com.
Hey, it's Mike Evans. For over a decade, Bluebird Windows and Doors has been servicing the Front Range with products built to withstand Colorado's unpredictable weather. Bluebird's Sunrise Collection windows are built to last a lifetime and are backed by strong warranties. Buy one window and get one 50% off through March 31st. And mention you heard about Bluebird from me, Mike Evans. You'll save an additional 5%. Enjoy the outdoors through energy-efficient Bluebird windows. Visit GoBluebirdCO.com. Bluebird Windows and Doors. Make today a Bluebird day.
Imagine finding your dream home and moving in right away. No waiting to sell your old place first. Sounds perfect, right? That's exactly what Orchard's Move First, Sell Later program lets you do. Buy your new home now and sell the old one later. Here's how it works. Orchard gives you cash so you can buy and move into your new home first, on your timeline. No waiting, no showings, no double moves. Then the Orchard experts take it from there. They handle repairs on your old home for you so you attract the right buyers. Once they're done, a local Orchard agent lists and sells your home for top dollar. Orchard's Move First program gives you the freedom to buy and move into your new home first and sell your old home later. Buy before you sell and get top dollar for your home with Orchard. Ready to find out how much your home is worth? Visit Orchard.com to get your free home valuation. That's Orchard.com.
Hey guys, your boy Sneak here. Just because it's winter doesn't mean I'm sitting around waiting for the spring. I'm planning the yard, moving dirt, getting things ready for what's next. My friends at Beaux-Arts Chevrolet and Celebration Chevrolet, they're doing their cleaning right now too. It's the Not So Winter event. Between everyday driving, busy schedules, and everything life throws at you, your vehicle works hard. And if you've been thinking about upgrading, now's the time to clean up your driveway and drive something new. Only at Beaux-Arts Chevrolet and Celebration Chevrolet. The Not So Winter event going on right now.
Since 1994, Denver businesses have trusted Pike Janitorial for reliable, professionally supervised commercial cleaning. Offices, medical facilities, commercial buildings. They handle it all with consistent oversight and high standards. You shouldn't have to check on someone else's work. And yes, they'll beat your current cleaner's price by 10%, guaranteed. Call 303-306-0290 for a free quote. Pike Janitorial. Clean you can count on.
Didn't meet your goals in January? At Low T Center, we're extending our free testosterone test. No risks, no commitments, just answers. Low T Center also works with most insurance plans and continues to be the most trusted name in TRT. Book an appointment today at lowtcenter.com. That's lowtcenter.com.
Want real Broncos talk? Cecil Lammy and Andrew Mason bring the heat on Orange and Blue today. The most passionate, intelligent, and in-depth Broncos coverage in the game. Weekdays at 5 p.m. on the Denver Sports 1043 The Fan YouTube channel. Hit subscribe at Denver Sports 1043 and never miss another tape. Denver Sports 1043 The Fan. Delusional confidence.
I'm tougher than Mark.
Strong detective work.
Something was way off with him, like some kind of bad gummy bear or something. I don't know. It was just
gummy bear.
And personal hygiene.
Holy Moses. The guy's excited about showering.
It's Stokley and Evans with Mark Schlereth on Denver Sports 1043 The Fan.
We're watching ESPN this morning. They're talking about Max Crosby. Raiders gonna Raider. Man, Raiders gonna Raider. They found a way to screw it up. Although the Ravens are just being, I guess, blasted around the NFL because they backed out of the deal. I guess they're using a failed physical as the reason.
Yeah,
but Max Crosby's only a couple months removed from knee surgery. Of course he's not gonna.
Right, he had a meniscus repair.
Yeah, he's not gonna pass it yet. But it's.
I mean, he just
March.
I think he just got off crutches a week ago.
Yeah. So
you knew what you were getting into.
So what? They just got cold feet and.
They got cold feet. They heard some criticism from their fan base, whatever it was, and they had a built-in excuse. But seriously, I mean, money speaks. So it's always going to be about money. But it's funny, John Harbaugh's gone, and you hear some of the rumblings about the inner workings of the Ravens and some of the tension between DaCosta, the GM, John Harbaugh, how things operate, the tension between John Harbaugh and Lamar, and all the stories about not Lamar not really being a quote unquote professional or whatever,
and asleep in meetings in the morning,
and all this stuff going down, and money speaks. I mean, if somebody's going to pay you more money than anybody else, but come on, if you're an agent right now and you're looking at what went down with Max Crosby, one of the best players in the National Football League, I mean, you are going to be very, very just, I think, what's the word I'm looking for? Just hesitant to negotiate with the Baltimore Ravens.
Oh, yeah, no, they're the most probably disliked team in the NFL now because of the way they handle this. And the Raiders are put in a position. Raiders went out and spent like over $200 million in free agency with the idea that, they were
like $280.
They were going to be trading Max Crosby and gaining a couple of first-round picks. Now Crosby's back on the payroll.
Mm-hmm.
Been some speculation that the Raiders may have to back out of some of their deals, but also it looks like technically from a cap purpose, they can work everything under their cap with players they signed and also absorbing Crosby back. But now the Raiders are in a position. I mean, they made a deal that even us as people who hate the Raiders had to admit it was probably a pretty good deal for the Raiders, to get a couple of first-round picks. Now, they could probably turn around and try to trade Crosby again, but good luck getting 2 first-round picks from somebody.
I've been thinking about it a lot.
Well, he might. He might.
Well, I don't think you're getting 2 first-rounders now. I mean, damaged goods.
Nope.
Because you're going to use that in your negotiation. Oh, he's damaged. The Ravens flunked his. Listen, you could. There's not a guy in the league that has played for any length of time that you couldn't flunk a physical on.
I liked your tweet last night.
Oh yeah. Yeah,
words to the effect.
Right. Well, I just told Max, don't worry about it. Like I failed 3 physicals and a physics class. I thought I was taking a PE class. I was like, this is gonna be great. Dodgeball. I mean, next thing I know, I'm learning about
It's science.
Yeah, I'm learning about science. I was
real
like,
science.
Wait, what happened? Wait, Professor. I think my physics professor's name was Dr. Brown. I was like, when does the dodgeball start?
Yeah. When does the rope climb?
Yeah. What are we doing?
I thought this was going to be gym class. J.K. Dobbins firing back at his critics, and they are legion out there that the Broncos made a dumb move, bringing back an injury-prone running back.
I've seen a lot of quarterbacks without their shirt on.
And so he responded on Twitter to a tweet. Somebody said, $13 million was too much for Travis Etienne, but we paid J.K. Dobbins $10 a year. He averaged 7 games this season. To which Dobbins responds, go be a fan for a different team, lame-ass dude, and don't try to turn back around when I shut the fluke injury bleep up this year. I mean, I love the tough talk. I love the chip on your shoulder. I respect the fact that if you're healthy and can play 16, 17 games in this season, you'll probably be a 1,300-yard rusher. That's how good you are. But, dude, the facts are the facts. The pattern is the pattern. You can't stay healthy. Why should anybody think you're going to shut your critics up this year?
The fact that you have never played a full season, ever, the fact that you average about 8 games a season, I mean, don't be mad at the fan for pointing out the obvious. Don't be mad at us for just stating the obvious. Like, hey, man, this is a risk because this guy has never been able to stay healthy. And you can call it a fluke injury, but come on, it's been, how many years? 5, 6 years? You've never finished a season? So, and like I said, you've averaged 8 starts a year. And that's not, like, don't be mad at fans for pointing out the obvious. Don't be mad at fans for stating the facts. Don't be mad. It's unfortunate because you're a damn good running back. You're a damn good football player. But you have never been able to answer the bell for 16 games. That's a problem.
Broncos lost a free agent, one of their own. P.J. Locke went and signed with the Cowboys.
That was Stokley's guy yesterday. Stokley thought P.J. Locke was going to re-sign here.
It would have followed the pattern.
Yeah.
But the Broncos inactive again through day 2.
Absolutely
nothing.
Nothing.
Say it again.
Yeah. Oh, good God. What is it good for? Absolutely nothing. Say it again. That's a great.
See, I don't get this from Stokley at 623.
No, I mean, well, Stokley's never heard of Tom Jones, so
I guess I wasn't expecting them to be free agent frenzy this year, but geez, 2 days with nothing.
Well, I guess I would take George Payton at his word.
Yeah.
At the Combine.
Yeah.
Some years you go in deep. We did last year. Then other years you hold out. That's where they are.
Yes. We got another name, another day of calling out names, calling them names. Here for our Superfan send-off. You could be heading to Vegas for the biggest pro wrestling event in the world. We got Eric Vigil. Eric Vigil, you are on the clock thanks to 303-LAW-4040. Call us back within the next 10 minutes at 303-713-1043 to be entered into our drawing for the Superfan Send-Off Grand Prize. Pair of 2-night tickets to the event. Round-trip airfare for 2 from Denver to Las Vegas. 2 nights hotel stay and a $500 Visa gift card. Eric Vigil, call us now at 303-713-1043. Up next, the way that NFL free agency has played out. Are you surprised that the Broncos have been this quiet? But maybe more emphasis should be placed on this instead. That's next.
Tournament time is here, and so is your shot at $5,000. Head to DenverSports.com/bracket to enter our 5K Bracket Challenge, presented by Bryant, Colorado. Think you can pick the perfect bracket? Prove it, but don't wait. Entries close before tip-off on March 19th. That's DenverSports.com/bracket. Denver Sports 104.3. The Fan.
Getting your testosterone levels checked at Rocky Mountain Men's Clinic is already a great idea. But now Rocky Mountain Men's Clinic is offering even more. They're helping men go further with targeted body composition plans designed to boost energy, support metabolism, enhance recovery, accelerate fat loss. These body composition plans, they include GH peptides, GLP-1, PDA, and more. I'm no science expert. Mark is. He's the physics guy. Can't explain what they do. I'll leave that to Rocky Mountain Men's Clinic. They have the science of low T down pat, but what really stands out to me is their professionalism. So courteous, so understanding. They know this may be a big step for you, and they make you feel comfortable with this big move. Early to mid-30s, we guys start losing 2 to 3% of our testosterone production every year. Symptoms are gradual, but, well, they're there. Loss of energy, poor sleep, feeling sad or depressed, loss of sex drive. So schedule a consult. It's just $99. Get those T levels checked and treated, and ask about those 4 new body composition plans. 5 locations to better serve you, including Fort Collins, Colorado Springs, and a new and improved office in Castle Rock. Call today, 720-440-7900, and at RockyMountainMen'sClinic.com.
Featured therapies are compounded and have not been evaluated nor approved by the FDA. Provider prescription required. See website for details.
Cashback is not available on gas in New Jersey and Wisconsin.
Couponing. Wow, you didn't strike me as the coupon type.
Just trying to stay ahead of inflation. Gas, groceries, everything. It's all more expensive. I need to save wherever I can.
Have you tried Upside yet?
Upside? What's that?
It's a free app that I use that pays cash back for every gallon of gas I buy. You've got to buy gas to get around anyway. Might as well get paid for it.
Come on, does that really add up to anything?
I've already made around $200. The extra cash helped pay down my bills, and I even had a little extra left to treat myself.
And the Upside app is free?
Totally free, and the cash back is real. You can transfer the cash right to your bank account.
I'm downloading Upside right now.
Download the free Upside app now to earn cash back every time you buy gas. Use promo code ENJOY to get an extra 25 cents per gallon on your first tank. You can cash out anytime right to your bank, to PayPal, or a gift card for Amazon and other brands. Just download the free Upside app and use promo code ENJOY for a 25 cents per gallon bonus on your first tank. That's code ENJOY for a 25 cents per gallon bonus.
When you want a new car, you want it now. That's why AutoNation moves at the speed of savings. Right now, put your tax refund to work at AutoNation. Even drive with 0 down plus 0 payments till June. No speed bumps, no detours, just great prices on new and used cars, trucks, and SUVs. Save on thousands of vehicles with 0 down plus 0 payments till June. Act fast, save now at your nearest AutoNation store. 60-month max term financing on approved credit. Interest accrues from date of purchase. See store for details. Expires 3/31/26.
Be advised, this is your opportunity to save up to 40 to 80% on a hot tub or swim spa this weekend only, Friday through Sunday, National Western Complex. Be advised, this is your opportunity to save up to 40 to 80% on a hot tub or swim spa this weekend only, Friday through Sunday, National Western Complex. 18-month interest-free financing. Our factories have demanded we sell 1,000 hot tubs and swim spas this weekend. National Western Complex. Huge factory incentives, factory rebates this weekend only. National Western Complex. We can remove your old hot tub. Free delivery of your new hot tub. Deep, deep discounts. National Western Complex. Free delivery of your new hot tub. Just relax and enjoy. National Western Complex. Friday, 2 p.m. to 8 p.m. Saturday, 10 a.m. to 8 p.m. Sunday, 10 a.m. to 6 p.m. Free admission, free parking, free delivery. National Western Complex. Call 833-SPA-SALE or visit hottubandSwimSpaSale.com.
Hey, it's Philip Lindsay here. During my football career, I've seen every kind of medical tech there is. I finally stopped ignoring my joint pain, and I want to tell you guys about RegenRx. They have a blueprint to recovery that is next level. From stem cells to shockwave therapy, it's non-surgical, and there's no downtime. Don't just settle for average results with outdated equipment. Go to a clinic that's leading the way. RegenRx offers free consultations, so you need to give them a call today at 303-630-9770 today or visit regenrx.co and let them know that Philip Lindsay sent you. Take back control of your life.
For victims of drunk and drug driving, your grief is unique, but you are not alone. You always have a place at MAD. Call the 24-hour victim helpline at 877-MAD-HELP or visit mad.org.
This segment on 104.3 The Fan is brought to you by Roller Auction.
Food critiques.
I love chicken. I hate chicken salad.
What?
If you put chicken salad in front of me, I'd gag.
Hard-hitting analysis.
I took an Ambien on accident before practice, and that's what he looked like out there.
And some constructive criticism.
Reminded me of the show that Mike had yesterday. Just a little off, not completely there. You were like, Mike, are you going to take control of this show? Like, how many times did you say that yesterday?
It's Stokley and Evans with Mark Schlereth on Denver Sports 104.3 The Fan.
Great to have you all with us on this Wednesday hump day. Stoke off today. He is sick. He tried. He battled. I'm going to give our guy the credit. He battled, but just couldn't answer the bell today. I know we got, in some places, did get some snow, but it was not a case of snow.
No.
He had already called. He had already tapped out before the snow came. So
yeah.
Screw you, Evans.
So Mark Schlereth sitting in.
Yeah, I texted him yesterday afternoon, checked on him, how you feeling? And, hey, listen, if you need the day, I'm your Huckleberry.
You look comfortable in his seat.
Yeah, it feels good to be back. Although I haven't logged into a computer here in the workspace in so long that I don't know that I still have a login. And if I do, I don't remember the password, which doesn't probably surprise anybody.
No.
Yeah.
So you don't know how to log in?
No, I'm just
Johnny.
I'm just looking at a blank screen. It says 631.
Just staring at a blank screen.
Yeah, it looks like I don't know what the screensaver here is. It looks like Prudhoe Bay or something.
So the Broncos quiet through 2 days of free agency. And are we perhaps in our haste to bury the Broncos for not doing enough or anything? Should more of a big deal be made of the work that they have done before free agency? So Mike Kliss, our 9 News Bronco insider, he posted this tweet last night. He said, quote, would not confuse Broncos inactivity through day 2 of free agency with contentment. Bosses know they need more pop on offense. There's still the second and third wave of free agency, plus trades, plus the draft. It is part of a plan. Not jumping into early free agency is mostly a byproduct of 10 extensions in 24 and 25. Should more of an emphasis be placed on the fact that, hey, in the last 2 years, the Broncos have turned this thing around rapidly, going 10-7, then 14-3, going to the AFC Championship game, number 1 seed, winning the AFC West, and in the process, finding, developing, identifying players that were worthy of second contracts and getting out and signing these guys in a fashion in which they saved a lot of money in the long haul by signing these guys when they did and retaining very important players that make up the core of a team that's turned things around in the last couple of years. Should more emphasis be placed on that rather than you didn't go out and sign Tyler Algier or Isaiah Likely?
Yeah. I mean, I think that's fair, Mike. I mean, I just think people want some pop on offense. People have seen the inadequacies of the run game. And, regardless of what J.K. Dobbins says, this is going to be the year. I'm sure every year is going to be the year that this is the year I don't have a fluke injury. This is the year that it's happened every single year. So you're looking for more consistency in the run game. And J.K. Dobbins is awesome. Don't get me wrong. But that's what you were looking for as a fan. You're looking for some pop at the tight end game. You didn't get any. And I did a deep dive because Stokley asked me to. He's not here today, but on Troutman. And I did probably 5 games of every run they had.
Give a little tease here because we're going to be doing that as another special Telestrator Tuesday at 7:30.
So I did 5 games, and here's my tease. I'll give you the breakdown on Troutman as a run blocker because to say that he is an elite level tight end run blocking, tight end in this league is false. But the other thing that was dramatic, Mike, is how often or how the lack of Evan Ingram in any part of the run game. You want to talk about an offense that's an absolute tell. Evan Ingram does not play in the run game. Sorry. I watched 5 games, every run they had in 5 games, and I bet you Evan Ingram had maybe 4 times he was in on a running. I mean, it's ridiculous. Like, you want to talk about a one-trick pony. And so, like, you wonder why.
Well, why isn't he on? Why is he on the team, and why not go out and?
Because they thought he was a joker.
Sign a free agent that maybe can do a little bit of both, and it's not such an obvious tell when he's out there or not out
all right,
there.
so that is why fans are a little bit beside themselves, and that's why I'm a little bit beside myself. That's why I said, hey, you know, one of the top guys on my board was Cade Auden, and I want a guy that, you know, this is why, Mike, you know, and you push back on me sometimes, and I understand a lot of people do. A lot of people push back, and you hear it all the time. Oh, you don't ask our tight ends to block people. Well, no, that's your job. It's part of your job. And to have a guy that can do both is a significant problem for a defense, and we don't. Troutman is not in there to catch balls, and Ingram is not in there to block in the run game, and that's a problem.
All right, then let me amend the grief I've given you. Because my stance on tight ends has always been, hey, look, I want to see the explosiveness in the pass game. I want to see you own the middle of the field. I want to see you be a mismatch nightmare. But if you're telling me that this offense last year was such a tell that when Ingram was in there, it was defense basically knew they're not going to run the football.
Mm-hmm. Or if they do, they're going to run away from Ingram because you can't put him into the point of attack.
Or if Troutman's out there, it's a pretty good tell probability they are going to run the football.
Mm.
So if you're telling me that your offense becomes that predictable just by what tight end is out there, okay, then
yeah, so
you have a point.
You think about this as you're studying film. You think about, okay, what are they in base? And that would be 1st and 10, 2nd down and 5 minus. That's what you get. That's when you get most of your base stuff. Like, this is their base offense. They're rolling out there with Troutman in 1st and 10. Run. It would be like Russ. Call runner pass. Call runner pass. Call it. Call runner pass. I'm Russ. So if Troutman's out there,
if Russ is out there, you're screwed.
Yeah, if Russ is out there, you're losing. If Troutman is out there on 1st and 10 or 2nd down and 5 minus, they're running the ball. If Ingram is out there on 1st and 10 or 2nd and 5 minus, they're throwing the ball.
Mm.
I mean, 5 games is a pretty decent sample size to look at.
All right, we'll have more. Telestrator Tuesday, about an hour from now, taking a deeper look into Adam Troutman, the controversial decision to bring back Trout. In the meantime, tournament time is here. The Buffs lost yesterday in the Big 12 tournament. Their season is done, and got to start having a real conversation about Tad Boyle and whether or not he's the guy long-term there for the direction that big-time college basketball is going in these days with all the NIL and portal stuff. Tournament time is here. So's your shot at $5,000. Head to DenverSports.com/hoops to enter our 5K bracket challenge presented by Bryant, Colorado. Think you could pick the perfect bracket? Well, prove it. But don't wait. Entries close before tip-off on March 19th. That's DenverSports.com/bracket. Tell you what we'll do. We'll open up the text lines. A lot to react to from the Avs controversial ejection of Nathan McKinnon in a 4-3 loss to Edmonton, to Broncos free agency, such as it is. Can you even call it Broncos free agency? That's coming up next.
As we head toward a potentially deep postseason run, do the Avalanche have a goaltending decision to make?
Do they have a goaltending controversy going into the playoffs?
I mean, can you count on Blackwood at all?
Because they went to Wedgie during the game on Friday, and they went right back to Wedgie yesterday.
Denver Sports 104.3. The
Fan.
Busy time right now. You got free agency, the stretch run before the playoffs, and oh yeah, here it comes, tax season. Yay! Hey, if you're dealing with tax problems and you think you could be in trouble with the IRS, or you know you're in trouble with the IRS, get Advanced Tax Solutions on your side immediately. Todd Whalen is the founder of Advanced Tax Solutions, and he is the man. More than 30 years of experience. He's a CPA, an enrolled agent, a tax resolution specialist. He's certified to fight the IRS in tax court, where he happens to be undefeated. Todd and his team is who you want on your side if you're facing tax levies, tax debt, back taxes, or any other type of tax problem. People can fall behind on taxes. It happens. The key is to get back into the system. Even if times are tough right now, according to Todd, it might be the best time to get the most favorable deal from the IRS, even when you're at your worst financially. Advanced Tax Solutions has a long list of clients they've saved thousands of dollars for, not to mention untold headaches. So call 303-753-6040 and at advancedtaxsolutions.com.
This is a test of the emergency alert system. This has been a test of the emergency alert system.
Coverage varies by plan. View contracts and exclusions at EnduranceWarranty.com.
This is an announcement to all United States vehicle owners who own a 2003 or newer vehicle with a manufacturer's warranty about to expire, or no warranty coverage at all. With a struggling economy and the cost of living on the rise, Endurance is now offering an affordable, low-cost vehicle coverage plan to the general public. As of today, you could be one of millions of drivers that now may qualify to have your vehicle protected under this coverage and have all future covered auto repairs paid directly to the repair shop for you. You pick your plan. You pick your deductible. You even pick the repair shop. Roadside service, towing, and rental coverage is included. Get your vehicle protected now and save your wallet from costly vehicle repairs. A toll-free number has been established for you to call for your free 5-minute quote and to see if you qualify. The number to call is 800-266-3845. Again, that's 800-266-3845. 800-266-3845.
Hey guys, Mark Schlereth here from my friends at Xfinity. Imagine all that could happen in 5 years. Jobs may change, kids will grow, new memes will come out, but what if you had reliable, intelligent Wi-Fi and the price didn't change for 5 years? Thanks to Xfinity 5-year price guarantee, you don't have to worry about that part of your future. You're guaranteed 5 years of Wi-Fi that boosts speeds to your devices that need them the most, that finds and fixes any issue before you even notice them. It's like super intelligent Wi-Fi that keeps you protected from online threats. You get incredible gaming speeds on multiple devices and no one battling for bandwidth. For the next 5 years, all your devices will be working with perfect harmony, and you get our best equipment with no annual contracts, no fees, and no strings. So even though your kids grow up and you still don't understand 6-7, your internet will stay sharp, reliable, and most importantly, the price will stay put. Plus, get online in minutes with same-day Wi-Fi, all with Xfinity 5-year price guarantee. Lock in your price and unlock the possibilities. Xfinity, imagine that. Restrictions apply. Select plans only.
Cashback is not available on gas in New Jersey and Wisconsin.
Couponing. Wow, you didn't strike me as the coupon type.
Just trying to stay ahead of inflation. Gas, groceries, everything. It's all more expensive. I need to save wherever I can.
Have you tried Upside yet?
Upside? What's that?
It's a free app that I use that pays cash back for every gallon of gas I buy. You've got to buy gas to get around anyway. Might as well get paid for it.
Come on, does that really add up to anything?
I've already made around $200. The extra cash helped pay down my bills, and I even had a little extra left to treat myself.
And the Upside app is free?
Totally free, and the cash back is real. You can transfer the cash right to your bank account.
I'm downloading Upside right now.
Download the free Upside app now to earn cash back every time you buy gas. Use promo code ENJOY to get an extra 25 cents per gallon on your first tank. You can cash out anytime right to your bank, to PayPal, or a gift card for Amazon and other brands. Just download the free Upside app and use promo code ENJOY for a 25 cents per gallon bonus on your first tank. That's code ENJOY for a 25 cents per gallon bonus.
You can't always predict what's next, but you can be ready for it in a BMW SUV. The performance-driven X1 comes built for every journey, while the X3's sporty design and innovative technology keep your drive connected. The X5 blends performance with a commanding presence, or make it even bigger with 3 rows of luxurious seating in the X7. For every road, there's an X built to drive it. BMW, the ultimate driving machine.
Gebhardt BMW, your trusted family dealer since 1975.
Hey, John, why so glum?
I just got let go. The company's downsizing. This is the third time in the last 2 years. I'm done with this.
Have you thought about My Computer Career? I've heard they can train you for a career in IT in just a few months, including cybersecurity and the basics of AI. And you don't need prior training or experience. Now that's a recession-resistant career.
Wow, thanks. I'll check them out.
Go to mycomputercareer.edu and take the free career evaluation. mycomputercareer.edu, an Elite CompTIA certification partner. Financial aid is available to those who qualify, including VA benefits.
This is the story of the one. As a procurement manager for a hospital system, she keeps every facility in her network stocked and ready. That's why she counts on Grainger to be her single source for thousands of products, from disinfectants to lighting, air filters, and more. And with fast, dependable delivery, Grainger helps her keep every facility stocked, safe, and running smoothly. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
Names that rhyme, takes that hit different. Shapiro and Piro. Is happy hour sports talk built for the modern fan. Local stories, hidden gems, and the mustache monologues you never knew you needed. Weekdays at 3 p.m. on the Denver Sports 1043 The Fan YouTube channel. Subscribe now at Denver Sports 1043 and get in on the action. Denver Sports 1043 The Fan. Subtle intimidation.
Had to give Ty the look.
You did. I was
gave
wondering.
Ty a little bit of a like.
I was wondering what you were doing.
There's a little quizzical look.
Skilled debating.
You didn't think I was going to flip it on your head like this. See how I
you're
did
coming
that?
back at me. I
Right.
like this.
You
This is
regret
good.
this now.
And plenty of pet peeves.
Put your phone in your pocket and you never go back and get it.
It is a source of so much frustration for Mark. It drives him crazy.
It's Stokley and Evans with Mark Schlereth on Denver Sports 1043 The Fan.
Stoke out today. He's sick. Mark is here and looking comfortable. And as Rosewood 393 notes on our Denver Sports YouTube channel, it appears squatter rights are back in play.
Yeah. Yeah, they
Don't
are.
you ever say that again.
Yeah, they are. I mean, you know.
I will smack you.
Hey. You get up from your seat. You lose your space. You lose your spot. Right?
That would be your ass.
Move your meat. Hey, move your meat, lose your seat.
Huh.
I think that's what they say.
I don't recall it ever being said that way. I
Yeah.
always went with on your feet, lose your seat. But
Really?
move your meat?
Move your meat.
Oh, my. I mean,
Stokey's-
don't get
well,
me wrong.
Stokey's a big hunk of meat right now.
Don't get me wrong. I kind of like yours better,
Yeah.
but I'm just saying.
Move your meat, lose your seat.
I don't think I've ever heard it said like that before, but
you know.
I like that. I
Yeah.
like that.
Yeah.
Let's see on the RamosLaw.com text line 303-713-1043. I blame all this on Evans. Stoke would have come into work today if only Mike would have remembered that Dayquil in his bag yesterday.
That's true. That's a good point.
It's a great call.
Yeah. Yeah, you held out till 9:45 to break the Dayquil out of your
I
back.
didn't. So I had a bit of a cold a couple weeks ago. So I brought I had the Dayquil in my bag just in case I needed it at work, and then I forgot about it. And so I was rummaging around yesterday late in the show, and I was like, "Oh, I got the Dayquil here still."
I forgot.
Yes.
Let's see. More stuff. Let's open up these text lines and Denver Sports YouTube channel. Let's see. Clint Stevens, C40, says Stoke needs to start taking zinc. 500 milligrams of zinc a day. I haven't been sick since the beginning of 2020. 500 milligrams of zinc. Zinc apparently is
the key.
The magic elixir.
Right.
Jason Bonney.
It's like 7-minute abs. No, you can't do your abs in 6 minutes. You can't. 7's the key. Zinc is the key. Who knew? Apparently this guy.
Jason Bonney says, I don't get sick because I ate dirt and drank from the hose as a kid. There is some truth to that.
Yeah.
There is actually some
You gotta eat off the floor.
Yep.
You gotta
5-second rule.
You gotta get your immune system steely.
Yes, you gotta just expose yourself to everything.
Yeah.
And then by the time you're like 9, you're bulletproof.
That's right.
Miguel X041 still can't get over the Singleton signing. I just can't wrap my
Why
head
do people
around it.
hate Singleton?
I don't know. I think the
People
idea
do not
is-
like Singleton.
I think the idea is that while they love his story and they love the adversity he's overcome, they look at him as somebody who runs around like crazy and maybe runs himself out of position at times, can't cover tight ends or running backs, and sometimes is, the last guy on the pile, or he's making a tackle great, but he's making it 8 yards downfield. I think that basically sums it up.
Right. He just still has this – there's still this perception out there that dude shouldn't be a starter. Like, that dude should be coming off the bench for somebody.
Well, and that was when he was signed, that was kind of the idea. Depth linebacker, special teams guy.
Right.
You were the first one to say, hey, no, wait a minute, this guy can play. But maybe that first impression was, this guy's a backup, and he's a backup for a reason.
Yeah. Well, listen, as much – and I will tell you this. Like, in Vance Joseph's defense, they put him out there a lot. They expose him a lot. He has to wear the hat a lot. And, he's covering a back one-on-one, and they're running pick routes on him. They're running mesh concepts. They're trying to run traffic, so he's got to navigate traffic. That's hard to do. And, once in a while, if you're playing zone all the time, you don't fall into that. But when you're playing as much man-to-man as Vance Joseph plays, and he's probably one of the top 3 man-to-man teams in football, those things are going to happen to you. And, and this defense was really damn good, and he's required to do a lot in this defense, not only calling the defense, adjusting the defense, but a lot of man-to-man situations in the passing game where you're against, running backs. And last time I checked, the running backs in this league are probably better athletes overall than the linebackers in this league. So you're going to get stung a couple of times. And I think people see that, and they don't see all the other stuff. And that's why they're like, oh, he's got locked up on a linebacker. He got picked in this. And like I said, part of that is the defense and the way they call this defense. They call it, and they err on the side of ultimate aggressiveness, and you're going to give up some big plays in those situations, if that makes sense. And so I can see people looking at the big plays going, oh, it's Singleton again. Well, there's a lot of linebackers that aren't asked to do that stuff.
One more here on our Denver Sports YouTube channel. Back to Rosewood 393. Bad offense all year. Led the league in 3 and outs and punts. Run it back again. Webb may help, but it's a hard sell for me to think this offense will turn a corner as constructed. Well, do you believe in the idea that young players improve? Do you believe in the idea that guys who were drafted in the 2nd, 3rd, 4th rounds, they were drafted there for a reason? And do guys like Sean Payton and George Payton, have they earned the benefit of the doubt that the guys that they drafted in those spots and that we've seen in the first year or couple of years of their careers, do you believe in the idea of them improving? I mean, they should.
But we've already seen it. Troy Franklin improved. From year 1 to year 2,
Sure.
he was much better. In year 3, he should be better. And
Pat Bryant should improve from year 1 to year 2. R.J. Harvey should improve from year 1 to year 2.
I think Pat Bryant is a guy, too. For me, I believe that Pat Bryant is, I think that guy's going to take a much bigger role in year 2. I think they really like Pat Bryant. And then Mims, as a receiver, when guys started getting injured and dinged up, Mims was making big plays for this offense down the stretch in the last 3-4 games of the season and the playoff game against Buffalo. So he's making big plays. Or in New England, he's making big plays.
I love it when our texters do our work for us on the RamosLaw.com text line. Stokely would have been here today if he had only had 4 or 5 more swigs of that Dayquil.
It's a good call. It's a really good call.
I want to pound his ass.
That might be my favorite one of all the Zach By laughs, and I've never seen a guy with a bigger catalog of laughs than Zach. It's awesome, but that might be my favorite one. Do you have them all, Ty? I mean, just let's really piss him off. I mean it. Nobody.
No, yeah.
I mean, I've never met anybody, and this is a flat out compliment. I've never met anybody who has a better repertoire.
I always thought.
Laughs.
I think it's the second laugh on that laugh chart that was Stokley forever.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, you thought that was Stoke?
Yeah.
No, that's Zach.
Wow. That's the stoner laugh. That's funny.
Oh, good stuff. Day number 400. That's the stoner laugh. That's the immortal Drew Goodman right there. Day number 414 of the Zach by Sensitivity Smear campaign. Up next, the Avalanche lose, but the Oilers still suck. And yes, you requested it. We'll play it next.
After an underwhelming start to free agency, have the Broncos put enough help around Bo Nix?
Where's this big move? You're not good enough. I want to emphasize that for everyone out there. And this is with a great love and adoration for George Payton and Sean Payton and the Denver Broncos. You are not good enough on the offensive side of the ball yet.
Denver Sports 104.3. The Fan.
High five. Up top.
Dave's company just got the 5-year price lock guarantee from Comcast Business. Yeah! It's 5 years of gig speed internet, advanced security, and a great rate that won't change. All from the company with 99.9% network reliability.
Heck yeah!
He hasn't given this many high fives since Deborah brought in her famous banana bread.
Yes!
The Comcast Business 5-year price lock guarantee. Powering 5 years of savings, powering possibilities.
And it's hurting, but I am not stopping.
Woo! For a limited time, now through March 29th, switch to Comcast Business to lock in your rate for 5 years and get a $500 prepaid card on a qualifying gig bundle. Or ask how to get started with 150 megabit internet and Security Edge for $59.99 a month for 12 months with a 2-year agreement. Don't wait. Call today. Restrictions apply. New customers only. 1-year contract required for guaranteed rate. Paperless billing and automatic payments with bank account required. 5-year pricing applies to monthly service charge, excluding taxes and fees.
Winter is in full swing, and Aleve is here to keep you moving. When the cold weather sets in, everyday aches and pains can linger, but Aleve's got your back. With up to 12 hours of body pain relief per dose, Aleve keeps you going with long-lasting body pain relief to get you through whatever the season brings. Chilly days or cozy nights, Aleve gives you that long-lasting body pain relief you can count on this winter. Try Aleve. Use as directed for minor aches and pains.
Rain-X wipers are the #1 wiper blades in America. That means all kinds of drivers choose Rain-X. Big drivers in small cars choose Rain-X. Small drivers in big cars choose Rain-X. Drivers with long hair and short commutes choose Rain-X. Drivers with short hair and long commutes choose Rain-X. Drivers with pets on board, babies on board, and bored babies on board choose Rain-X. Basically, drivers who love a clear view of the road all choose Rain-X wipers, the #1 wiper blades in America.
It's the College Hoops Showdown, wall-to-wall basketball, and zero time to mess with your lawn. At Waterloo Turf, they help Denver homeowners trade yard work for game time. No mowing, no watering, no mud on game day. Just a green championship-level lawn all season long. Perfect for watch parties, pets, and backyard hoops. From backyards to putting greens, Waterloo Turf installs premium artificial turf built for Colorado. Visit waterlooturf.com/Denver and book your free consultation. Waterloo Turf, get your Saturdays back, and don't miss the buzzer.
Ah, now that it's nice outside, I can't wait to spend time at my favorite outdoor oasis right in my own backyard. With my custom built-in grill island, comfy patio furniture, and blazing fire pit from O.W. Lee, I may never want to leave. Hi, this is Keith Lair with Lair Fireplace and Patio to let you know that we'd love to help you create your very own outdoor oasis in your backyard. Lair's offers the widest variety of top-quality O.W. Lee furniture and fire pits. With a great selection of in-stock items along with our custom ordering process, you can choose the exact style and color that will make your patio sizzle this summer. Lair's also sells the top names in quality barbecue grills and accessories to help you create an outdoor kitchen that will be the envy of your neighborhood. Lair Fireplace and Patio is Denver's oldest, most trusted name in barbecues and outdoor furniture. Family owned and operated since 1954. Go to LairFireplacePatio.com and see why O.W. Lee is the most sought after name in quality outdoor furniture and fire pits. That's Lair Fireplace and Patio, Denver's outdoor room experts.
Visit any of Lair Fireplace and Patio's beautiful showrooms.
Imagine finding your dream home and moving in right away. No waiting to sell your old place first. Sounds perfect, right? That's exactly what Orchard's Move First, Sell Later program lets you do. Buy your new home now and sell the old one later. Here's how it works. Orchard gives you cash so you can buy and move into your new home first, on your timeline. No waiting, no showings, no double moves. Then the Orchard experts take it from there. They handle repairs on your old home for you so you attract the right buyers. Once they're done, a local Orchard agent lists and sells your home for top dollar. Orchard's Move First program gives you the freedom to buy and move into your new home first and sell your old home later. Buy before you sell and get top dollar for your home with Orchard. Ready to find out how much your home is worth? Visit Orchard.com to get your free home valuation. That's Orchard.com.
Hey guys, your boy Snake here. Just because it's winter doesn't mean I'm sitting around waiting for the spring. I'm planting the yard, moving dirt, getting things ready for what's next. My friends at Beaux Arts Chevrolet and Celebration Chevrolet, they're doing their cleaning right now too. It's the Not So Winter event. Between everyday driving, busy schedules, and everything life throws at you, your vehicle works hard. And if you've been thinking about upgrading, now's the time to clean up your driveway and drive something new. Only at Beaux Arts Chevrolet and Celebration Chevrolet. The Not So Winter event going on right now.
A SoFi personal loan is here to help you achieve something once thought impossible: overcoming high-interest credit card debt. Walk the tightrope of your finances with one low, fixed-rate monthly payment, no fees required, and as soon as the same-day funding. That's right, pull off your own debt-defying stunt with a SoFi personal loan. Visit SoFi.com/trick to learn more. Loans originated by SoFi Bank N.A. Member FDIC. Terms and conditions apply. NMLS 696891.
With Progressive Customer Service, there are lots of ways to connect with us, so you never have to miss a second of your favorite sport. Because you'd much rather watch a ball go through a net 124 times in 48 minutes when you don't really have to pay attention until the last two, and then somehow those 2 minutes will take an hour. You don't want to miss all that. Luckily, you can chat with Progressive on our app, online, or over the phone without missing a single one of those times the ball goes through the metal circle. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company, affiliates, and other insurers. Not available in all states or situations.
Some people just know you can save money on car insurance by checking Allstate first. So what are you waiting for? Check Allstate first for a quote today. You're in good hands with Allstate.
KKFN and KKFN HD1 Longmont, Denver. Powered by Able Builders, it's Stokley and Evans with Mark Schlereth. Job shaming.
You played in the NFL, but you were a wide receiver.
Embellishments.
I mean, sometimes I swear you're just making things up.
And amateur zoology.
I think polar bears are bigger than grizzlies.
Of course
so make them a polar bear.
It's Stokley and Evans with Mark Schlereth on Denver Sports 104.3 The Fan.
And good morning, everybody. Welcome to it on this Wednesday, Hump Day. It's a two-man show today. It's me. It's Mark Schlereth. Brandon Stokley is out today, sick. And
you think I'm going to get a gift?
A gift?
Yeah.
For what?
I mean, he's rolling in here, doing a whole extra hour.
Oh, saint you.
I mean, it's, I'm not contracted to do the first hour.
This
but
man
out of
is a saint.
The goodness of my heart, because one of my teammates was down and out, I came in. I'm here.
Do you know how many free hours you owe me?
Maybe
for abandoning me.
No, I'm not asking a gift from you. I'm saying from the company.
Oh.
Like at least a certificate of participation, one of those over, above, and beyond awards. Do they still give those out?
They do. I
mean, this is kind of.
You think you deserve one?
I'm thinking.
What do you think, Johnny? Johnny, have you ever gotten an above and beyond?
I have not.
Ty, have you ever gotten an above and beyond?
No.
They used to hand those things out all the time. They're very stingy.
Those two deserve an above and beyond far more than you do. Besides,
what time do you guys have to come in?
I get in around 4:30.
Okay, and you get in,
Ty?
5. I get in like around 10ish minutes before, but remember all the free hours I've given you too.
Right? Yes. No. But I'm saying no. I'm not saying I'm not.
Amen,
this
brother.
is not about. This is not about me. This is about the station.
Uh-huh.
You guys came in at your normal time. I'm saying I come in an hour early. Above and beyond.
Dude, you're already up anyway. You're sitting around your kitchen just like dum-da-dum-da-dum-da-dum-da-dum. I guess I could leave now. I guess I'll leave now. I mean,
but that has nothing to do. That has nothing to do with it.
It's not a hardship for you.
I'm just saying they could, they could scratch out a little thank you on the certificate.
I mean, in my capable hands, it's so easy for you. It's like, I'm Stockton, you're Malone. I mean, come on now.
That is true.
That is true. We got a lot to get to today. We'll get to the Avs in a second and their controversy last night that left Jared Bednar unhappy. But the plot thickens with the Raiders, the Ravens, and Max Crosby. Yesterday, the Ravens backed out of the deal for Max Crosby, citing a failed physical, which is completely lame. Nobody buys that. The Ravens' name is mud around the NFL. Nobody wants to deal with them except for Trey Hendrickson, who this morning has agreed to a 4-year, $112 million contract with the Ravens.
Okay.
The plot thickens.
Yeah. So, hey, man, I mean, what is Hendrickson, like 31? Max Crosby's 29. Hendrickson has been healthy. He's an outstanding pass rusher. He's never been happy about Cincinnati, and you didn't have to give anything up for Trey Hendrickson. He's a damn good player. Yeah. You don't have to give any draft pick. Like, I think the Ravens heard the noise, and then they got the pucker factor went on.
And they found that Hendrickson was interested in them.
Sure.
And said, we can get Hendrickson just by scratching a check, and we keep our 2 first-round picks. Oh, boy, Max Crosby, that knee not responding the way we like. Fail.
Yeah, we expected you to be much further along with that knee. There's no question, this signing of Trey Hendrickson, there's no question that they just got cold feet.
Yeah.
It had nothing. They knew exactly what they were getting into, and I think they heard the noise. I wonder if Lamar Jackson will post now, right? Because when Max Crosby got signed, he was like, yeah, or whatever he was, like, wow, or now it's Trey Hendrickson.
We shall see.
Yeah.
And then the Raiders, now they're, after spending $280 million in free agency, now they got Max back. And they got their two first-round picks back, too. So, but we'll see how it works out for the Raiders, see if they still try to turn around and deal Max Crosby. The Avalanche lose last night 4-3 to Edmonton. The story here was trailing 3-2 late in the second period. They were on a power play. Nathan MacKinnon charged down the right side of the ice, made a pass, and then continued to drive towards the net. And as he got a return pass, he was cutting right across the top of the goal mouth, top of the crease, made contact with the Edmonton goalie. The Edmonton defenseman, Nurse, was also on his back, gave him a little bit of a shove as well. Not only was a penalty called for goalie interference, but MacKinnon got a 5-minute major game misconduct thrown out of the game at that point. Jared Bednar not happy.
I don't care if he's injured, not injured. It's a severe crash, not a severe crash. It's not a penalty. If you put guys in your own goalie, it's not a penalty. That's the way I see it.
Well, I've looked at the replay a dozen times here since it happened. I looked at it again this morning, and you looked at it as well. MacKinnon was going to run into the goalie no matter what. There was just so much speed, and the moment that he cut to that he took the line he did, and the goalie came out, there was going to be a collision.
Right.
Okay. I don't buy the idea that there would be no collision if Nurse hadn't touched MacKinnon. There would have been a collision. There would, and there should have been a penalty. 2 minutes. The major and getting tossed. If you look at the highlight, it does look like MacKinnon is shifting his body as he's about to make contact to try.
He's trying to avoid, there's just no way. He's too deep in. He's too deep in, yes.
He's going to hit him. But you can see that he's trying, and then the shove from behind did not allow him to make that turn, which led to, which is why I don't think it should have been a getting tossed penalty.
Right. This reminds me of, like, when you see defensive players get ejected or get, penalties for helmet-to-helmet hits that are completely unavoidable. Mm-hmm. And to me, it was MacKinnon going up, hitting the goalie up high. But when the goalie comes out, I mean, you're not a turtle. You can't not stick your head out. And then, he is trying to avoid him, but he does make significant contact with the head and neck area. And, I don't know what the rule is in hockey with that, but I think that's the severity where guys, officials go, oh, we got to protect our goalies and stuff. But there was no avoiding that. And that's the goalie coming out doing his job, and you trying to avoid, but you take him out at the head and neck, and then he flopped around to the goal, like he got like a sniper got him, and so it makes it look that much worse.
So that's the big headline in the loss, but maybe another note here that needs to be paid attention to. We started talking about this a couple days ago. Mackenzie Blackwood, who the plan all along has been Blackwood as the number one goalie and the goalie that's going to try to lead this team to a Stanley Cup. He had another rough night last night. Don't believe me, believe Jared Bednar.
We need a save in the first half of the game. Like, they had 3 or 4 quality scoring chances, and 3 of them ended up in the net. I'm not blaming them for any of those goals, but if we're going to win against a team that's really good, especially when our team's not playing well, you need some big saves. It's why we got back in the game, right? He makes a couple big saves in the third period, penalty kill, big saves, and then we go and score. If we had that at the first half of the game, then I think we're probably playing with a lead.
Stink, he got pulled in the Dallas game the other night on Friday.
Mm-hmm.
Did not play against Minnesota on Sunday. Got the start yesterday. You hear Bednar. In his last game and a half, he's given up 8 goals and made 27 saves. So
after Nurse hit the goal to make it 2-2, had the goal go up 3-2. In the second period, go up 3-2. At that point, he had faced 21 shots in the last 2 games, in the last game and a half, and given up 7 goals. Dude, you got I'm sitting there watching, going, who's more uncomfortable? This guy in the goal or Christian Brown on offense?
Oh.
Like, who looks more uncomfortable to you?
Both look uncomfortable right now.
Very uncomfortable.
Both look uncomfortable, yes.
And there was a couple goals. I mean, he gave up a goal with 25 seconds left in the first period where the Avs just relaxed, and they gave up a goal with 25 seconds left. And the first goal of the game by Edmonton, to me, that you got to stop that puck. So, yeah, you got to make some saves. I can't believe that guy is your goalie going forward.
If there was a playoff game tonight, Scott Wedgwood is your starter.
Wedgie is.
It's got to be that way.
I don't think there's any question.
There's no question. There's no question. None. Coming up next, I can't help but note the irony of how Broncos country has responded to these first 2 days of free agency. I'll explain next.
Tournament time is here, and so is your shot at $5,000. Head to DenverSports.com/bracket to enter our 5K Bracket Challenge, presented by Bryant, Colorado. Think you can pick the perfect bracket? Prove it, but don't wait. Entries close before tip-off on March 19th. That's DenverSports.com/bracket. Denver Sports 104.3. The Fan.
Hey guys, your boy Stink here for my friends at Cudarelli Vision. Now, I wore glasses growing up as a kid, and then when I got to the Broncos, playing for the Broncos, had LASIK surgery. That was awesome. But when I hit my mid-50s, I started needing reading glasses for everything I was doing. Menus, texts, reading stats, studying film. And, it was always one of those things where my glasses would be downstairs, I'd be upstairs, or they'd be upstairs, I'd be downstairs. It drove me crazy. Well, that's the thing of the past. That was I went out to Dr. Cudarelli, had refractive lens exchange, and it's a game changer, guys. No more glasses. I get up, do my devotional in the morning, don't need the glasses to read my Bible. It's awesome, guys, and it can be awesome for you as well. You can learn about refractive lens exchange from Cudarelli Vision. All you got to do is hit them up at coloradorle.com. Cudarelli is most experienced in Denver, Colorado, with over 90,000 vision corrections procedures. He can tell you when it's the right time for you to have RLE, just like he did for me. Hey, no readers, no glasses, no contacts, no cataracts. Check them out at coloradorle.com. That's coloradorle.com.
A noisy garage door is a cry for help. Hi, I'm Tommy Mello, owner of Don's Garage Door Service. Most repairs are simple, but if left untreated, they can turn into costly repairs. Your garage door works hard every day, and a little maintenance goes a long way. We fix garage doors fast with quality parts designed to last a lifetime. Over 90,000 five-star reviews don't happen by accident. They happen by putting people first. Fixing your garage doors is what we do. From repairs to upgrades, call Don's Garage Door Service today.
You know what I could really go for right now? Literally anything that comes in a McDonald's carton, wrapper, or bag. or a McDonald's cup. Yes, any of those items should do it.
And if you could go for a deal, now get free medium fries with the purchase of any hot, juicy Quarter Pounder with cheese or new Big Arch. Just what your cravings ordered. Limited time only. Price and participation may vary. Cannot be combined with any other offer.
Ba-da-ba-ba-ba.
Pump up the volume.
Business moves fast. Orders roll in, deadlines close in. When you ship with USPS Ground Advantage, you can keep up with confidence. Every package stays in our secure network from dock to door. And with nationwide reach, dependable tracking, and upfront affordable pricing, you get built-in peace of mind. You run the business. We run the routes. Visit USPS.com/Ground Advantage to learn more.
Need life insurance but have diabetes, high blood pressure, or on anxiety meds? If you're a 50-year-old male, even porky, or with type 2 diabetes, $1 million of life insurance may only cost you about $200 a month. For affordable term life insurance, call Term Provider and speak with Big Lou at 800-777-1225. 800-777-1225 or visit biglou.com. Remember, Big Lou's like you. He's on meds too. 800-777-1225.
Hello, Colorado. It's David Szymanski with U.S. Mortgages, and we're celebrating 30 years. Make 2026 your best year ever. Eliminate all your high-interest debts, saving you $500 to $1,000 or more every month. Worried about approval? We have recently expanded our guidelines to help even more people qualify. If you've been told no, we can help say yes with bank statement loans, asset-based loans, non-traditional credit, debt to incomes over 50%, loan to values up to 95% and more. At U.S. Mortgages, you don't need perfect credit either. We help down to a 580 score and even lower case by case. Call now to get a no-risk, no-obligation quote from a BBB A+ rated lender and also get our exclusive lowest rate for life. Our number says it all, 303-LOW-RATE. That's 303-LOW-RATE or online at usmloan.com.
All loans subject to approval and change. Equal housing lender. License 392126.
Be advised, this is your opportunity to save up to 40 to 80% on a hot tub or swim spa. This weekend only, Friday through Sunday, National Western Complex. Be advised, this is your opportunity to save up to 40 to 80% on a hot tub or swim spa. This weekend only, Friday through Sunday, National Western Complex. 18-month interest-free financing. Our factories have demanded we sell 1,000 hot tubs and swim spas this weekend. National Western Complex. Huge factory incentives, factory rebates, this weekend only. National Western Complex. We can remove your old hot tub. Free delivery of your new hot tub. Deep, deep discounts. National Western Complex. Free delivery of your new hot tub. Just relax and enjoy. National Western Complex. Friday, 2 p.m. to 8 p.m. Saturday, 10 a.m. to 8 p.m. Sunday, 10 a.m. to 6 p.m. Free admission, free parking, free delivery. National Western Complex. Call 833-SPA-SALE or visit hottubandSwimSpaSale.com.
Denver Sports is your home for Broncos free agency. Stay locked into 104.3 The Fan and head to DenverSports.com for up-to-the-minute news on the latest Broncos moves. Denver Sports 104.3 The Fan. Conspiracy theories.
Well, in this case, AI got it wrong.
Yeah.
So, hey, maybe Skynet's not taking over anytime soon.
Firm beliefs.
I'm very easily swayed. If you keep talking, I might be at 70 here in about 30 seconds.
And a few sucker punches.
It was the complete motivator for me, the failure thing.
Mark, when did that stop? Not letting your teammates down after you finish playing? Because it seems like you let us down a lot.
Oh, man. It's Stokley and Evans with Mark Schlereth on Denver Sports 104.3 The Fan.
No Stoke today. He's sick. But Mark is here.
Poor little fella. I wonder what time his flight is tomorrow. Nobody makes it.
Putting his business out on the street.
Oh.
He may or may not be here tomorrow. He's listed as questionable.
Oh, okay. All right.
Oops.
Oops, I did it again.
Oops.
I will smack you.
Well, here's a little comeuppance for you.
Okay.
This is from Judge in Greenwood Village. Thought you guys would like to know, an Alaskan source of mine says Stink was a little wimp in Pop Warner football.
That's not true.
And that is according to one Aaron Bunker.
Really? Okay, Aaron. I read you.
Uh-huh.
I know Aaron Bunker.
Do you? All right.
Yeah.
Apparently you were a little wimp. You had to grow into your,
No.
dispensing justice body.
No, not true. Not true. Aaron
Pop Warner, were you like your grandson? Were you snap of the ball, turn around, and
No.
going to play deep center field? Shell coverage.
No.
Big believer in the Fangio defense.
Yeah, big believer. The shell. No, that's not. That is not true.
Well, even if you were, I'd say
It worked out okay?
I'd say it worked out okay.
Yeah.
I'd say it worked out okay. Some people peak in Pop Warner.
That's true.
Some people peak in Pop Warner.
There's always that one kid in Pop Warner that's already got a mustache that everybody's afraid of.
Right.
And then he gets to high school and he doesn't even make the high school team.
Right.
He never grows.
Right.
He was the biggest kid, the strongest, the fastest kid, and then he peaked at 12.
Yeah. Rolled up on his Harley.
Yeah. Right? Put out a cigarette, threw his heater on the ground, smushed it under his boots.
Had an 18-year-old senior from high school as a girlfriend,
Yeah.
I mean.
Yeah.
But that was it.
That was it.
That was the high water mark.
Yep.
I am struck as I listen to the reaction and in many cases overreaction to what the Broncos have not done through the first 2 days of free agency, specifically on the offensive side of the ball. And I can't help but be struck by the irony, Stink. And the irony is this, that many of the fans who are so upset that the Broncos haven't done anything in free agency to add better players are the same ones who spent the entire season blasting Sean Payton for his play calling that I defended by saying that the players needed to be better or the players.
Yeah, you've always been. It's been, hey, man, the coaching matters, the players matter more.
Correct.
I think everybody agrees or understands that concept.
But I just find it interesting that after a season full of blasting Sean Payton's play calling and being ecstatic with the idea that Davis Webb is going to be taking over, that many of these same people are now going crazy that they haven't added better players.
Correct. Yes.
See the irony there?
Yeah, I do see the irony there. And, and it's interesting, too, because it is, J.K. Dobbins, there's too many just letters. How can we have every back? We need to corner the market on backs that just go by 2 letters. Is there another guy out there? R.J. Harvey.
We have an R.J. We have
a J.K.
J.K. We have a J.L. J.L. Skinner.
Yeah.
Thank God we got rid of P.J. He's gone. He left.
I thought we were going to re-sign P.J.
I thought so, too.
We corner the market.
P.J. must not be a good guy. Because he must not fit the culture.
We didn't sign him.
We're finding out who the bad guys were.
Right.
P.J. Locke, bad guy.
Bad guy.
Dre Greenlaw, bad dude.
Bad dude.
I'm kidding.
Yeah, but, the criticism so far has been we needed a running back that we can count on. And instead we signed J.K., who has never made it healthy through a season. And I know he's mad about that. And I know he's, reaching out or lashing out at players or people on the internet. But it's just the facts. I've heard a bunch of why were we not in on Jalen Naylor? Why were we not in on a wide receiver, Romeo Dobbs? Why are we not in on a guy that can be a difference maker at the receiver position? Because we need a second receiver who's a reliable difference maker on this football team. Nothing. Hey, the tight end position. We've been barking on this show about the tight end position for a while. They just run it back with the guys they have there was really a very it was a lackluster and a lack of production at the tight end position with the 50 catches that Ingram had and whatever the 20 catches or 18 whatever it was with Troutman. And so I understand where the fans are like, what are we doing here? Why are we running this back? But you're right. The same fans that were complaining about just nothing but play calling, now they've got a new play caller. They think that's solved. Play calling happens to have to do with your players and how your players win in their one-on-one battles. How do we create mismatches and how do our players win? And obviously, they're not winning enough in those situations.
Yeah, because when I hear the criticism of Sean, acknowledging that maybe he needs to step back from it. But all the excitement and hype surrounding Davis Webb, I thought the idea was Davis Webb could have taken what they had last year and done a lot better with it. But now we're saying that Davis Webb needs
more weapons.
More weapons?
Yes.
So
That's exactly what we're saying.
Yeah. So players do matter more than coaching.
But it's
coaching matters, players matter more. Never forget that equation, people. In any sport, coaching matters, players matter more.
And the right players matter more. And they think they have the right players, but there needs to be some mismatches developed in this offense. And it's not, you can't just out-scheme everybody on every play. Sometimes it's about you being better than a guy across from you. It's a series of, it's a one play at a time, but it's a bunch of individual matchups within that one play. And you've got to win those individual matchups in that one play on a consistent basis. And if you don't, that's when you lead the league in 3 and outs. That's when so it's your players that aren't winning enough in those situations.
Coming up, we've got another special Telestrator Tuesday because Mark has nothing else to do but look at film. So we are the beneficiaries of all that because he just can't stop watching film, so we get the fruits of his labor. Adam Troutman, controversial re-signing of Adam Troutman. Trout's coming back. What kind of player is he? What kind of tight end is he? Mark will tell you coming up after I give you another name in our Superfan send-off, Jose Archuleta. You could be heading to Las Vegas for the biggest pro wrestling event in the world thanks to 303 Law 4040. Jose Archuleta calls back within the next 10 minutes at 303-713-1043 to be entered into our drawing for the Superfan Send-Off Grand Prize. Pair of 2-night tickets to the event, round-trip airfare for 2 from Denver to Vegas, 2 nights hotel stay, and a $500 Visa gift card. Jose Archuleta, or if you know Jose Archuleta, let him know we're looking for him. He'll be so thankful he'll bring you to Vegas with you. Call us now, 303-713-1043. Good luck.
Does Sean Payton still have a major role to fill on offense?
No! Running it back at the running back position was not good enough. It's not the answer. This team is not good enough at running the ball, and even with J.K. Dobbins back in the fold, he's a top 5 back when he's healthy. He's going to miss half of the time, if not more, with this contract.
Denver Sports 104.3. The Fan.
Hey guys, your boy Stink here. Let me ask you a question. You live with back pain, neck pain, worried about needing surgery. How about taking all those habit-forming medications? Well, my guys at Spine One specialize in treatments that offer alternatives to major surgery and long-term medication. Here's the best news. You can start your journey toward pain-free today, just like I did. That's right. They're a phone call away. They'll see you today. Same-day appointment, 303-367-2225, 303-367-BACK. Spine One is a complete medical center for spine care. They've got exams, MRIs, physical therapy, and treatment options all in one facility. And this is what I loved. I sat down with the doctors. They showed me the pictures. They showed me the MRIs, why I was in pain, and then gave me options for both nagging and debilitating pain. And I had debilitating pain. Check me out of life, guys. You know what I'm talking about. If you suffer with daily pain, you just get to the point where it's all about managing that pain, that you can't do anything. Hey, a couple of short visits, my guys at Spine One. I was doing things I hadn't done in years. I was playing golf again, working out in the gym again, sleeping through the night again. Guys, if you live the way I was living, don't live that way any longer. Call my guys at Spine One, 303-367-2225, 303-367-BACK, or find them online at spineone.com.
Check engine or ABS light on? Take the guesswork out of your warning lights with O'Reilly Veriscan. It's free. Ask for O'Reilly Veriscan.
O'Reilly Auto Parts.
Hey, John, why so glum?
I just got let go. The company's downsizing. This is the 3rd time in the last 2 years. I'm done with this.
Have you thought about My Computer Career? I've heard they can train you for a career in IT in just a few months, including cybersecurity and the basics of AI. And you don't need prior training or experience. Now that's a recession-resistant career.
Wow, thanks. I'll check them out.
Go to mycomputercareer.edu and take the free career evaluation. mycomputercareer.edu, an Elite CompTIA certification partner. Financial aid is available to those who qualify, including VA benefits.
Every business starts with an idea. With smart business buying from Amazon Business, get everything you need to grow in one familiar place. From office supplies to IT essentials and maintenance tools. Ready to bring your visions to life? Learn how at AmazonBusiness.com.
Zach By here for 5280 Exteriors. Guys, we've had the driest winter in decades. Protect your home with fire-resistant, non-combustible, low-maintenance upgrades built to handle Colorado's extreme weather. 5280 Exteriors, the altitude of quality.
Hi, I'm Terrell Davis, two-time world champion and Pro Football Hall of Famer. There is nothing more important than your health.
Score big. Save up to 50% off on select premium equipment. Visit one of Fitness Gallery's 7 convenient locations from Colorado Springs to Fort Collins.
Texting enrolls you in a recurring automated marketing text messages. Consent not required to purchase. Message and data rates may apply.
The team's looking good this season.
I think so. Man, I miss playing football. Ever since I turned 40, I just can't find that fire I used to have.
Think it could be lower testosterone?
What do you mean?
I was feeling the same way. After 40, the body has less testosterone, and men lose their edge. That's why I take Nugenix Total T2.
That's the testosterone booster, right?
Yes, but Total T2 is their brand new formula that skyrockets nitric oxide levels in as little as 3 hours. Since I started taking it, I've been lifting like when we played for Coach Carter. My energy is way up, and it even spiced up things between me and the missus.
Are they still giving out complimentary bottles?
Yep, just send a text.
Text HAWK to 321-321 for your complimentary bottle of Nugenix Total T2, the next generation testosterone booster. Text now and we'll include a bottle of Nugenix Thermo X, our newest, most powerful fat burner ever, absolutely free. Text HAWK to 321-321. That's HAWK to 321-321.
These statements have not been evaluated by the FDA. This product is not intended to diagnose, treat, cure, or prevent any disease.
This segment on 104.3 The Fan, powered by Waterloo Turf Denver. Get your Saturdays back.
It's Telestrator Tuesday.
John Elway, that was a bootleg pass. We talked about the cross, and remember I said how they run those crosses on you? They run those crosses, then you jump up on those crosses, and they get that post in behind you.
Where Stoke and Stink use exclusive game film each week to take you inside the Broncos game plan.
If you look at this play, what we're trying to get is a seal here and a seal here, and try to run this play in the alley.
Here's Stokley and Evans with Mark Schlereth.
Yeah, I just got a glimpse. We're all getting a glimpse here into Mark's approach. He's in for the full 4 hours today because Stoke is out sick. And as we started to play the music there, he's like, oh, we're doing Telestrator Tuesday here?
Right.
Yes, Mark, that's the way it works. Like Stoke, who works 4 hours a day,
Right.
he does his Telestrator Tuesday at 7:30.
Right.
And then you do yours at like 8:30 or 8:45. So you being here for 4 hours, you do it at 7:30. Are you ready to go?
Yeah, I'm ready. No, this is when we normally do it. I know that now.
Okay.
I realize it. I was sitting here. The show has flown by so fast that I thought we were still in the 7:15 to 7:26 segment.
Oh, yeah, no, 7:31. Good morning, everybody.
7:31, yeah.
7:31, 31 minutes after the hour, 29 minutes before 8. That's called triple time.
Triple time, really?
I was hammered in to me years ago here by a boss. You gotta say the time twice.
Say the time twice.
Because if you say the time once, people don't know. You gotta say it twice.
You gotta say it twice.
Yeah.
I'm gonna need Johnny. Johnny,
7:16, 16 minutes after 7.
It's science.
John, I'm going to need you to reboot my computer.
Oh, jeez.
I know.
Thank
It
God
just
we got
went
the little guy.
It went dead again. It just went back to
He will
the.
come in here. He literally will push one button. It'll be back in.
I pushed the
fire.
button, but it's like you need to re-log in. And I don't know what to
Telestrator
log in.
Tuesday.
Oh. Yes. Sorry.
Telestrator Tuesday. Focus.
Sorry. Okay. Here comes John.
Telestrator Tuesday. So the moment Adam Troutman came back, Stokely started howling. Broncos country started howling. They do not want Trout back. They recognize Trout's value and contributions. Thank you very much. You came in here. You were part of the initial Saints wave of Sean's guys, help build the culture, help establish it. You did that. Tip of the cap, but time to go away. Go somewhere else. But instead, he's back with a 3-year deal. So you did a deep dive, 5 games you looked at from Adam Troutman last year. What'd you see?
Well, I think the first and foremost, this offense has dramatic tells in it. So I looked at 5 games, every run through 5 games, and I can only think of a handful of running plays where Evan Ingram was even in. And if he was cutting off the backside. He's not a point of attack player. You just don't want him anywhere near when the run game breaks out. That's not what he does. And so you look at I always look at things like, hey, what's your base offense? What's your 1st and 10? What's your 2nd down and 5 or less? That's kind of base. Then I get into, hey, what's your nickel offense? 2nd down and 7+, 2nd down and 6+, 3rd down and 6+. Like, what's your nickel offense, right? So those are the kind of two clarifiers, if you will. If you're in 1st and 10 and Troutman is in, you're running the ball. If you're in 1st and 10 and Ingram is in, you're throwing the ball. If you're in those situations. So the very first game I looked at was week 3, the Chargers. The very first run of the game, the 18 handoff. He does initially a good job of coming off the ball, hitting the defensive end. Then he gets stuffed, shucked, and it's a holding call. And I was like, oh, this is a bad start. What do you call that? An inauspicious start?
Inauspicious, yes.
Inauspicious start. This is a bad start. And ultimately, Mike, you can put him on the front side. You can put him on the back side. You can tell that he's smart because he gets to the second level. He knows who he's supposed to block. But just from a technique standpoint, footwork standpoint, hand standpoint, like he'll get the initial block, but he doesn't sustain. He gets thrown off the blocks. His hands get a little too wide. And there's just not that part. He's a good blocker. He is not a devastating blocker. He is not George Kittle. He is not one of these guys, that you go, hey, we're going to line this dude up, and this guy's going to dominate the edge for us in the run game. He's not. So initially, sometimes he hops a little bit too much. Just initially, the technique for me, is not the greatest technique when it comes to blocking people, but he's in the right spot. He takes good angles. He does all those things well. Just the sustainability is not great.
I would absolutely take a good blocking tight end. Not great, but good, if he could also be a factor in the passing game. What'd you see there?
Well, I just looked at the run game stuff. I mean, he's caught 20 passes, right? Whatever.
And that's his career.
Yeah. So, I mean, he's a 20 catch guy a year off a wide check delay, and every now and again he'll run a basic or a spot over the ball.
So this guy's here to block.
It's what he's here for. So
and good's not good enough.
That's exactly where I'm at, and that's exactly why I said you need to go get a tight end that is multiple. They can do everything. They can be a threat in the run game, but isn't a tell. Like, hey, man, yes, he's in. Yeah, it's 1st and 10. But, man, this guy is a dynamic pass catcher as well. And we do not have that guy at that position. Just flat out don't. You don't have a dude that has duality. And that's where I am with Troutman. And I could bore you to death with steps. He hops a little bit too off. Hops a little bit too much. Doesn't create power. Like, he's got a good strike initially, but he has no power behind it. So it becomes a stalemate, and his hands oftentimes are too outside, too wide. That's why he gets shucked. He doesn't get on the chest plate of the defender.
So how do you? You're not gonna totally remove the predictability as long as Evan Ingram and Adam Troutman are here. How do you mitigate it a little bit? Like, what do you have a better chance of doing? Go against your tendencies by using Adam Troutman more in the passing game, or go against your tendencies by using Evan Ingram more in the run game?
I look at it and I'm like, well, he's not great in the passing game, so how does that benefit us? And Ingram is a non-factor in the run game, so how does that benefit us? It doesn't. So the benefit is finding a guy that can do both, right, and making that guy your guy. That's why every one of us in this market was like, we need a dude.
Mm-hmm.
We need a guy. And that's why I wasn't a likely guy. I was like, I want a dude that can do everything. Because then all of a sudden, hey, man, if we get in too tight formations, we get into solo or whatever, or, we get into those, we can have a run blocking guy. We can have a guy who's theoretically a threat in the passing game. Although I don't think Ingram is, there just wasn't as much of a connection as you'd like to see. In the big plays. Most of the stuff that he caught was just underneath, after blocking for, securing an edge. And I appreciate that about Sean and his protection schemes because he can secure a defensive end, and then the tight end's going to get out late and be in the flat or whatever. But yeah, just too much of a tell, and there's just not enough. There's not a guy on their roster right now that can do both.
And other than K. Dot, there wasn't a tight end in free agency that can do both. Correct?
Well, I think Goddard could do both, but he's a little bit older. I like Higbee a lot, but he re-signed before he hit free agency with the Rams. There's a few guys out there that, but most, it's kind of the tight end market. There are the guys who catch the ball, and then there are guys who block people.
Yeah, and the guys that can do both, they don't tend to get out there in free agency.
Right. And there's only a handful of those guys who are willing participants, and there's a lot of guys who are willing participants that they'll put their nose in there, but then have the technique and the ability to sustain blocks and to do all that stuff.
Well, then that now moves to the top of the list. Top of the list for the draft is trying to unearth that guy, that tight end, that in theory can do both. And I know they're hard to find, and I know this is a thin tight end market, and I know you rave about Kenyon Sadiq because he can do both, but he's kind of the only guy in this tight end class that stands out. He's going to go in the first round. I don't think he lasts beyond Kansas City at number 9. So, you're probably going to have to move from 30 all the way up to 7 or 8.
Yeah, you're not doing that.
And you're not going to do that.
You're not going to do that. I think the key now is for George and for Sean to sit there and say, okay, who of the rest of the tight ends is that guy that gives us that versatility that we can get in the second or third round?
And listen, the NFL is littered.
George Kittle was a 5th-round
pick. With really good tight ends who are taking rounds 2, 3, 4, 5, George Kittle. So
Trey McBride was a 2nd-round pick.
Yeah. They're all over the place. So you got to find them. And I'm fascinated to see as we get into our draft preparations, once free agency kind of fades here, and we start turning our focus to the draft, having you look at some of these tight end prospects and see if any of those guys jump out as.
Yeah, Cecil sent me all the tight ends that are worth looking at. He sent me 6 guys.
Okay, good.
So I'm going to
look forward to that.
I'm going to start digging through all 6 guys and come back with a report on those guys.
I like it. Good job.
Yeah.
Nicely done. Good Telestrator Tuesday, and sheds a little bit more light on just some of the offensive struggles last year when you were telling the defense what you were doing based on which tight end was out there. Yikes.
Yeah, it's just not, to me, it's not sustainable. It just is, you're taking away an advantage that you could have from a personnel standpoint, making the defense make a decision and then being able to counter that decision based on who they run in and out of the game on what you're going to run and what you're going to call.
Time now for 4 Down Territory.
Welcome to 4 Down Territory, where Stokley and Evans with Mark Schlereth keep you up to date on the latest buzz from around the Denver sports scene and beyond. Kicking it off with First Down.
This Max Crosby story is wild. So you had the trade. Raiders send Max Crosby to the Ravens, 2 first-round picks. Now, the Ravens made the deal with the understanding that Max Crosby's 8 weeks out from having knee surgery, meniscus surgery, just got off crutches last week. So, shock! He didn't pass his physical, according to the Ravens. Nobody buys that. It is all about getting cold feet, or, and this is what really makes the Ravens look bad, they just went out this morning and signed Trey Hendrickson to a 4-year, $112 million deal. Hendrickson, the outstanding pass rusher from the Bengals. So literally hours after backing out, their words, backing out of the Crosby deal, they signed Hendrickson. Wow. This stinks.
Yeah.
Something is rotten in Denmark.
That's right. It's like leaving your girlfriend and the next day you've saddled up to the hottest chick in school, right?
Yes. After telling everybody, it's not you, it's me.
Yeah. I mean, it is. It is like, man, you've been dating this girl for 2 years. She thinks she's getting a ring. You dump her, and you move up in ranking. You know, I just it is one of those things to me. The fact that you signed Trey Hendrickson before the body was even cold.
Yeah. So it tells you what? It tells you that the Ravens looked at and said, we are getting crushed by our fans because we gave up 2 first-round picks. And so a combination of getting crushed by your fans probably and then realizing, hey, Hendrickson's in play. We play him twice a year. We know how good he is. And he's interested in coming here. And we don't have to give up 2 first-round picks?
We're getting our picks back. We've got Hendrickson, who's a damn good pass rusher. Yeah, a little bit older, but we're not going to be as committed to him. And he's not coming off of a knee repair, a meniscus repair, which takes longer than just snipping the meniscus out. And so, yeah, we feel pretty good about it.
Yeah. Meanwhile, the Raiders get Crosby. Hey, they had a heck of a couple days. In just a couple days, they got $280 million worth of free agents. And they re-signed Max Crosby and got 2 first-round picks back.
I know. I mean, you want to talk about...
actually, this actually worked out for the Raiders.
and so the Cowboys were in on Max Crosby before he signed with the Ravens. And now the Cowboys are out because they went out and got Green Bay's Rashawn Gary. So now there's that, we're out now. We've already made that move for Rashawn Gary. So it just diminishes... what the Raiders now are going to be able to get for Max Crosby.
And they have to turn around and trade him still and accept the fact that they're going to get a lesser deal, right? Because Crosby wanted out anyway. And the Raiders said, okay, we're prepared to move you. And then we went out and spent all this money. I mean, everything I'm reading is that they technically can fit everybody that they signed plus bring back Crosby and still be under the cap. But they already signaled their intention. So
correct.
I don't think you can welcome Max Crosby back to the fold. I don't think he wants to come back to the fold.
Right.
So now what kind of deal do you get for Max Crosby?
Yeah. I mean, you're not getting 2 first-rounders.
Probably not.
Because now he's, deemed damaged goods, and you can use the...
Unless the rest of the NFL just understands. This is just the Ravens acted in bad faith here.
I understand that, but there is precedent for having that meniscus repair. And it just is going to take longer, rather than just snipping it out. They repaired it, so there's theoretically there's going to be less arthritic change in the knee. Your knee's going to last longer, but that repair takes time, a lot more time than just if he snipped it out, it'd be good to go right now. But now it takes a lot of time, and the fact that you knew he had the deal done. The fact that he's just 8 weeks removed from that surgery, the fact that you knew he just got off of crutches, you got there, you intended to pass him on his physical, then you heard the backlash and the noise, and you said to yourself, uh-oh. And then you looked around and said, wait a minute, it's one of the best drafts for edge players. And what did the Baltimore Ravens have? They had number 14, I think. So it's one of the best drafts for edge players. And, oh, by the way, Trey Hendrickson is out there, who's a great pass rusher, who is a free agent, who we don't have to give any draft picks up for. And they just backed out of the deal. They just called their doctor to say, hey, fail him.
Wow. Well, the Ravens' name is mud right now around the NFL. The reaction apparently from
nobody will ever sign with them again. Oh wait,
yeah. Well, teams do deals with them though. Well, that's will teams want to negotiate or do business with the Ravens right now? That's the question.
Second down,
man. I mean, there are just some franchises. Thank goodness the Broncos have gotten out of that quagmire. Diggity, because it's so easy once you fall into that world to just not be able to escape, and you just continue just have things like this. I mean, Raiders gonna Raider, right? They make a deal that a lot of people like, and then they follow it up with this free agent binge, and then the deal falls apart. And I love the Raiders.
Yeah, what's funny to me with the Baltimore Ravens is Baltimore Raven fan, and I've mixed it up with Baltimore Raven fan, the Lamar stands. And holding Lamar accountable, for where they are and as good as he is, MVPs and all that, them not winning and his playoff failures and all that stuff. And the Raven fans want to blame John Harbaugh. Oh, it's John Harbaugh. John Harbaugh's not good. John Harbaugh this, John Harbaugh that, John Harbaugh that. It's interesting how all of a sudden, you see something like this go down, you say, maybe it wasn't John Harbaugh.
Maybe not.
Maybe
not.
it's other people within that franchise.
Meanwhile, it's quite obvious to me that the Raiders are the Jets West.
Yes.
They are Jets West. And the Jets. Jeez. I mean, how do you... I almost feel bad for Jets fan because you're just a clown show. Your coach was just shown at the Combine last week asleep at the Combine. You got the number 2 overall pick and your guy's asleep. And now they brought back Geno Smith.
And Geno Smith is by far their best quarterback.
Oh, of course he is, but
in the building.
But you brought back Geno Smith.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
It's just Jets.
Can we do the reenactment?
Jets gonna Jets.
When Geno Smith got punched in the jaw by his teammate and he got a broken jaw, can we reenact that? Can he sit in that locker at Florham Park and reenact this is the place where it all took place?
This is where it all went down.
Yeah.
So Geno, back to the Jets, who had the misfortune of having the number 2 pick in a draft that has no quarterbacks in it. Unless they can talk themselves into Ty. I mean, unless Ty Simpson is that.
But they
much
have.
of a fast.
I think they have pick 2 and like pick 9. So I think you have a chance to still go get Ty Simpson at 9.
Wow.
I think
if Ty Simpson goes 9, he is. I mean, I know that every year we have quarterbacks that just zoom up the draft boards.
I've seen a lot of quarterbacks without their shirt on.
Kansas City has 9. Don't the Jets have 2 picks? Maybe I was wrong on the Jets.
You probably were, because the Jets wouldn't be that lucky to have 2 and 9.
Yeah, you're right.
So
they have 6. They have 16.
Oh, okay, 16. Well, there you go. So Jets gonna Jets. Geno Smith. Ah, darn it, Geno Smith out of the AFC West. Boy, good to have Geno Smith out of the AFC West. He really made me nervous.
Third down.
Romeo Doubs goes to the Patriots to replace Stephon Diggs. Who would you rather have, Stephon Diggs or Romeo Doubs?
As a person, Romeo Doubs. As a player, Stephon Diggs. Stephon Diggs does. It's funny having done a couple of games and watched him play. Man, he's a good football player. And he can play multiples. He can play in the slot. He can play outside at Z. He runs all the dirty routes. He runs the inside routes. He'll take the hits. He's got exceptional hands, Mike. In and out of breaks well. He is an exceptional football player. Now, he's got his deals. He's got his off the field drama, the baby mama drama, and all that stuff that you got to deal with, that I wouldn't want to deal with. But he is a really damn good football player.
So when Stoke, I don't know if you were here. I know you weren't here on Friday, but Stoke was talking about, hey, if Stephon Diggs' legal issues go away and he's deemed eligible to play by the NFL, Stoke absolutely would love to see the Broncos in on Stephon Diggs. I know your initial reaction was no, but with the benefit of some time to think about it, have you softened your stance at all?
No, I just don't. I understand, like Stokes say, we don't want choir boys. Our culture's good. Let's da-da-da. Yeah, I get all that. He's just a guy that I have a lot of trepidation about, and probably, I know that he was on his best behavior in New England. I'm sure he's on his best behavior in Houston and had a great season up until he tore his ACL and they didn't want him back. He's having a great year, and if he was that great inside the building, you go renegotiate that contract and sign him to a long-term deal. But they saw all the off-field stuff that was going on. They see the way he lives his life, and they're like, it's only a matter of time. Let's nip it in the bud and move on.
But you got a lot from him in that 1 year.
You certainly did.
So
if you're walking into it with just a knowing, hey, it's a 1 year deal and we'll deal with
1 year. Stephon Diggs for the Broncos for 1 year. Would you do it?
I still wouldn't do it.
Still wouldn't do it?
1, 2, 3. Fourth down.
So one of the guys that was on your big board, Caden Ellis, the linebacker from Atlanta, who was drafted by Sean and the Saints in 2019, goes back to the Saints on a 3-year deal. If you had your choice, there's 3 linebackers for 2 spots for the Broncos. Payton Ellis, Alex Singleton, Justin Strnad. Who are your 2?
Probably would be Caden and Singleton. That, like, as starters, but they're not on your team.
Right, but
as
you're
a special
starting
team,
linebacker.
Yeah, as a special teams, But listen, man, I love Caden Ellis. He's an Idaho kid. I love his father, Luther. I played against Luther a bunch. I mean, they're a great
family.
They're
What
a
a
great
football
family.
family.
Yeah, great football family. He's a damn good player, really good player. But I'm really happy with re-signing Strnad. I'm really happy with re-signing Singleton.
Okay, do you view Strnad as a starter? Because he's going to be a starter here.
Yeah. Oh, I do. I think there's no question that
Okay.
he can be a starter. Yes.
Okay.
I thought he played. I thought he was, in his opportunities to come here and play, or when he got his opportunities to start. I thought he was better than Dre Greenlaw in his starts.
Yep.
I don't think there was any question.
I agree. Coming up next, we'll reset all the morning headlines. The Avalanche lose a controversial game to Edmonton, who still suck, and we'll prove it. Also, J.K. Dobbins firing back at his critics. But is that a bad look, J.K.? That's next.
Calling all wrestling fans. Now's your chance to win your way into the biggest pro wrestling event in the world. Airfare, hotel tickets, and $500 in spending money all included. It's the Superfan Send-Off, presented by 303 Law 4040. First, head to DenverSports.com/Superfan to register. Then tune in every hour to see if your name is called. If you hear your name, you have 10 minutes to call us back and be entered into the grand prize drawing. It's the Superfan Send-Off, presented by 303 Law 4040. Denver Sports 104.3. The Fan.
Something to know about your home's windows. If you're in a neighborhood with houses built in the 80s, 90s, even 2000s, so-called custom homes, maybe, just maybe, the builder spent good money on windows. More than likely, they were provided by the lowest bidder. Your home's windows are too important to settle. Invite you to get to know Bluebird Windows and Doors. Bluebird is a local company serving Colorado since 2006, featuring over 40 years of experience. Bluebird only uses the highest quality windows with the strongest warranties of any window you can buy in the industry. What makes their windows so much better than what's in your house right now? Well, double strength glass versus single. Polyurethane foam insulation in the window frame, kind of like what you have in your refrigerator, versus hollow frames. Think what that means in making your windows more energy efficient. Get to know Bluebird Windows with this special offer. Buy one window, get another 50% off through March 31st. And then mention my name and get an additional 5% off. Call 303-810-2888 and at gobluebirdco.com. Bluebird Windows, where your window replacement experience is second to none.
At Uline, they know firsthand the road to success is an uphill climb. Uline started in the family basement, and through hard work is now North America's most trusted shipping and industrial supplier. They get what it means to have the support of reliable, hardworking partners. So they keep 41,000 items ready to ship. Whether your company is still in a basement office or expanding cross-country, Uline will be there on your road to success. Visit uline.com.
Low testosterone can be a real problem for many men. It causes poor sleep patterns, decreased energy, low sex drive, and it makes it really hard to stay in shape. And as we all know, a healthy body is very important to our overall health and well-being. This is Jeff for the Rocky Mountain Men's Clinic, and if some or all of these symptoms sound like you, we can likely help you be done with low T. We can also help you lose weight, support your metabolism, improve your gains in the gym, and more with our new targeted body composition plans featuring GH peptides, NAD+, GLP-1s, PDA, and more. Our low T protocols, applied in conjunction with our body composition plans, will help most men see real improvements, true weight loss, higher energy, improved sleep, stronger workouts, and a renewed sex drive drive as well. Your initial visit is just $99 and includes blood work and a medical consult. And if you start on treatment the same day, your visit is free. Call 720-440-7900 or go to RockyMountainMen'sClinic.com.
Featured therapies are compounded and have not been evaluated nor approved by the FDA. Provider prescription required. See website for details.
Is your money doing everything it can for you? Like automatically pushing more of your money to savings every day?
I don't think so.
Then switch to Huntington Bank. And let's get more from money. Huntington Bank. Welcome. Eligibility requirements apply. Some features may require enrollment.
Jacob's Law and 303 Law 4040, the husband and wife law firm where you don't get passed around to a law clerk or some call center overseas. You always get to meet directly with me and my lovely wife, Kimberly. Go ahead, save that number in your phone. You never know when you're going to need it. It's 303 Law 4040.
Hey guys, your boy Snake here. Just because it's winter doesn't mean I'm sitting around waiting for the spring. I'm planting the yard, moving dirt, getting things ready for what's next. My friends at Beaux-Arts Chevrolet and Celebration Chevrolet, they're doing their cleaning right now too. It's the not-so-winter event. Between everyday driving, busy schedules, and everything life throws at you, your vehicle works hard. And if you've been thinking about upgrading, now's the time to clean up your driveway and drive something new. Only at Beaux-Arts Chevrolet and Celebration Chevrolet. The not-so-winter event going on right now.
1-877 Cars for Kids. K-A-R-S Cars for Kids. 1-877 Cars for Kids. Donate your car today.
Call 877 Cars for Kids to reach a friendly live agent. Donation is super easy, and your car can be picked up as soon as tomorrow. Call us now or go to carsforkids.org.
Donate your car today.
Did you know you can donate real estate too?
Be advised, this is your opportunity to save up to 40 to 80% on a hot tub or swim spa. This weekend only, Friday through Sunday, National Western Complex. Be advised, this is your opportunity to save up to 40 to 80% on a hot tub or swim spa. This weekend only, Friday through Sunday, National Western Complex. 18-month interest-free financing. Our factories have demanded we sell 1,000 hot tubs and swim spas this weekend. National Western Complex. Huge factory incentives, factory rebates, this weekend only. National Western Complex. We can remove your old hot tub. Free delivery of your new hot tub. Deep, deep discounts. National Western Complex. Free delivery of your new hot tub. Just relax and enjoy. National Western Complex. Friday, 2 p.m. to 8 p.m. Saturday, 10 a.m. to 8 p.m. Sunday, 10 a.m. to 6 p.m. Free admission, free parking, free delivery. National Western Complex. Call 833-SPA-SALE or visit hottubandSwimSpaSale.com.
Stream Stokley and Evans with Mark Schlereth, Dover and Cecil, The Drive, and all your favorite shows on the Denver Sports 104.3 The Fan app. Powered by Advanced Tax Solutions. Denver Sports 104.3 The Fan. KKFN and KKFN HD1 Longmont, Denver. Powered by Able Builders. It's Stokley and Evans with Mark Schlereth. Relentless mind games.
Are you trying to get me in an O'Reilly right now?
Total accountability.
You're always throwing your teammates under the bus. That's just what you do.
And a sprinkle of advanced analytics.
The Boo rating, BOO, which is balls over opponent.
It's Stokley and Evans with Mark Schlereth on Denver Sports 104.3 The Fan.
All right, good morning, everybody. Happy Wednesday, hump day. All downhill from here. Got Stink here. Stoke is off.
You're not going to believe this.
Stoke is off. He's sick.
I got up to use the restroom,
get
myself another cup of coffee. My computer screen
went down again?
Yeah, down again. No, Johnny. I'm going to go without.
Johnny just stood up with his head down.
I'm going without it, Johnny.
You're going without?
I'm just going to use my phone if I need to look something up.
All right.
Maybe I'll pull up my iPad.
Fair
But then
enough.
when my iPad gets out, then I start going, I wonder what Exo Thundercloud says about this.
And then you don't get to see the text line that had somebody that you know said that you were a wimp when you played Pop Warner football.
Yeah, untrue.
Plus, even if you were, who cares? I think you turned out okay.
Yeah.
But then there was another one. I don't know if this is fact or fiction, but I remember watching Siragusa mop the field with Stink.
That's untrue.
Did you struggle with Tony Siragusa?
No, it was Tony Siragusa, and I love Tony. And really moving Tony off the ball a lot.
Tony was a big man.
But I only played Saragusa. I believe I only played Saragusa early in his career when he was with Indianapolis. And I was with Washington, and I didn't have any issues with Tony Saragusa.
When Mark's voice gets like that, he's kind of like,
I mean, like
don't question me.
One, I was an exceptional run blocker. Two, Tony Saragusa couldn't rush the passer.
What do you mean?
How many sacks lifetime did Tony Saragusa have?
Yeah, he was not.
What did he average? About 2 a year?
Yeah, he was not a pass rusher.
So, no, that texter is.
I will smack
high.
you.
That texter is that.
Okay,
that
someone's
was
just trying to get under your skin.
Exactly.
Okay.
Like if you're gonna give me a player, I mean, give me a player.
Okay, number one player who gave you the most trouble.
Ooh. I can name two guys that I hated playing against. Pierce Holt.
Former 49er.
Yep. Pierce Holt. Phil Hansen.
Didn't he play for like 8 teams?
Yeah,
mostly
Phil played
Buffalo?
Mostly Buffalo. I hated playing against Phil. Dennis Byrd, early in his career, obviously before he got, devastatingly injured. But Dennis Byrd, the guys that bothered me were just the skinny, gelatinous guys that you couldn't get your hands on. Spastic. Pierce Holt was spastic. I hated play, so I played Pierce Holt. We played when I was in Washington. We went to London to play one of those preseason games, and during practice, man, because we were practicing against the Niners, we had like 3-day joint practice and we played the game. And I just whipped his ass. I mean, it was just like a beat down. And then I played him later on in the season. I was injured and I was having troubles with my knee. And he played like it was like the old doomsday defense in Dallas where he'd play 2.5 yards off the ball. Like I could barely see him, right? Didn't have my glasses on. I was squinting like, where is he? And then he came at me like the Tasmanian devil, just spinning and moving around. I was like, ooh. That was awful. Just awful.
Did you say Howie Long used to give you?
No. I mean, I played against Howie Long a bunch. But no, he didn't. I didn't give up any pressures or sacks on Howie.
But
goodness gracious.
But those amoeba guys, the guys that were like twitchy,
I mean,
you couldn't get your hands on them.
Tony, I mean, Howie was older when I played against Howie, and I was younger. He was still a problem, and you couldn't run. What I told you is you can't run counter away from Howie. He'll tackle in the backfield 100% of the time.
All right, Tony Saragusa, by the way, 12 years, 22 career sacks. So you're right, 2 per average.
Yeah,
2 per year.
Less than
on
2,
average.
actually. Right?
Yes, that'd be 24.
So save it, texter.
There you go. Any other texts that you want to take shots at Mark, we welcome them, but he's not going to see them.
No.
I will, though, and you know how much I love bringing those to everybody's attention. Busy night last night. Lot to get to. The Avalanche lose to Edmonton. But you know what? They lost, but let's set the mood. Because while they lost to the Edmonton Oilers, the Avs are still in a good position, and the Oilers still suck.
David sucks. Draisaitl sucks. Zach Hyman sucks. Evan Bouchard sucks. Evander Kane sucks. Ryan Nugent-Hopkins sucks. Yeah, the Oilers suck. Oh, yeah.
That is so good.
That is so good.
It really is.
So good. And you know what the funny thing is? Not funny, but because they lost, but it was still funny. Each time Ryan Nugent-Hopkins scored, I was like, "Duh."
Yeah. Dude, I had that.
You still suck.
I had that song in my head the whole time I was watching that game. Every time.
The whole game.
Every time Kenny Albert would go, back to Draisaitl, and I'm like, oh, he sucks. Yeah. Ryan Nugent-Hopkins, oh, he sucks too. Yeah. McDavid.
You still suck. So the big story, couple themes come out of this game yesterday. One, down 3-2, late second period, Nathan McKinnon, as he always skates with a rocket strapped to his butt, comes charging down the right wing, makes a cross-ice pass, cuts to the net for the return pass, and as he's coming across the front of the crease, runs into the Edmonton goalie, and there was a push from behind by the Edmonton defenseman, but it led to a penalty for running into the goaltender that got called a 5-minute game misconduct, thrown out of the game. And after a lengthy review, I mean, this thing went on for minutes with the officials back in Toronto, the call was upheld, and McKinnon, his night was over. And Jared Bednar was not happy.
First thing I looked at, for me, I look at the overhead. He makes the play on the puck, and I got his toes cutting up ice probably through the top of the paint, and Ingram's on the goal line. I don't think there's a chance, there's no chance that he hits the goalie if Nurse doesn't run into him. He's not hitting the goalie.
All right, I'm just going to have to respectfully disagree there. And you've seen the highlight. McKinnon had so much speed coming across the top there. Nurse was beaten. Nurse was
correct.
I mean, he was a step or two behind, okay? So, and with the combination of just the speed McKinnon had and the goalie coming out towards the top of his crease, the collision was going to happen.
Whatever he hits, he destroys.
It was going to happen, okay? So the penalty was warranted. It becoming a major, I didn't agree with for a couple reasons. One, because when you slow it down, and that's the benefit you have with the long replay, that's what they're looking at, you can see McKinnon is trying
to
turn. Again, the collision is inevitable. He's trying to turn, but he was then pushed from behind by Nurse. So to me, absolutely it's a running into the goaltender penalty. 2-minute minor should not have been thrown out.
You know, if McKinnon doesn't try to avoid the goaltender, he probably bodies him up like thigh to shoulder to ribs, and maybe it's just a 2-minute penalty. But because he's trying to get away from him, he's trying to get out of the crease, right? He takes him and gets him right in the neck and head area. And I think that's probably what they looked at, is that neck and head. And I don't know exactly how they call that, because I don't know what goaltender interference is. Because I saw...
You're not alone.
Right. I saw Nugent Hopkins, like, in the body of our goaltender, 3 feet into the crease, and then backs out and gets a beautiful pass right on the stick and pops it up over the goaltender's, for the third goal of the game. And I'm like, wait a minute. Like, I'm thinking back to that play and go, he was definitely interfering. There's no question that our goaltender could not react to that tip-in by Nugent Hopkins, because he got hit initially and he was off balance when it happened. So why is that not goaltender interference? Yeah. I know he got out of the crease, right? He got out, but there's no question the goaltender was affected.
Stink, as a sports fan, pass interference in football, blocker charge in basketball, goalie interference in hockey, I don't know.
It's mind-boggling.
I don't know.
It's just different from night to night, crew to crew.
Correct. That's exactly it. And, it's like a baseball umpire. That guy, that's on the corner, but just outside, it's a ball.
Yeah.
The other guy, that's a strike. I mean, it's you just don't know. And for those of us who crave consistency when it comes to our officiating, those are just some of the calls that just leave us scratching our head. And it leaves the players and the coaches in this case scratching their head. The other issue, and this is potentially a lot bigger than Nathan McKinnon getting tossed out of one game, is the goaltending of Mackenzie Blackwood. Because let's face it, this guy, the intention, the plan has been for Mackenzie Blackwood to be the number one guy and the guy to backstop this team to a Stanley Cup. But he had another shaky night last night. Don't take it from me. Take it from Bedsy.
We need a save in the first half of the game. Like, They had 3 or 4 quality scoring chances, and 3 of them ended up in the net. I'm not blaming them for any of those goals, but if we're going to win against a team that's really good, especially when our team's not playing well, you need some big saves. It's why we got back in the game, right? He makes a couple big saves in the third period, penalty kill, big saves, and then we go and score. You know, if we had that at the first half of the game, then I think we're probably playing with a lead.
So the last 2 times that Mackenzie Blackwood's been between the pipes, the Friday night game against Dallas, we got pulled, and then the game last night, he's given up 8 goals and made 27 saves.
I mean, it's bad. He just looks off. And Bezzy is right. The first goal of the game by Edmonton, I thought was fairly soft. I'm like, you gotta stop that puck. But the bottom line for me is, at one point after Nugent Hopkins' second goal on the broadcast, they said, "Hey, in the last 21 shots, Mike, 21 shots, he'd given up 7 goals." And I was at that point, I'm like, I'd pull his ass. Like, I'm done with this guy. And you imagine how hydrated he is after all those goals he's given up.
True,
dude.
You pointed that out a few years ago. I'm like, you're right. What's the first thing a goalie does when he gives up a goal?
Gets a sip of water.
He goes right for that water.
I mean, they get so thirsty when they give up goals. It's like, wow, man, I've got a thirst that just can't be quenched.
Yeah, man.
So that's the
I
most.
wasn't thirsty before, but I just gave up a goal. Suddenly, I got a hankering for water.
Right. Yeah. I mean, Wedgwood is Blackwood is the most hydrated goalie in the NHL right now.
Right now, you might be right.
The guy is drunk.
So the fact remains is that, there's no goaltender controversy. As far as I'm concerned, if the Avalanche are playing a playoff game tonight,
it's Wedgie.
It's Wedgie. It's got to be.
It's got to be Wedgie.
It doesn't matter if that was the plan or not. Them's the facts.
Yeah.
That's the guy you got to go with.
He's the better guy in the pipes.
Yep.
There's no question.
There's no doubt about that. So the Avalanche lose last night 4-3 to Edmonton, who still sucks. The other big story in sports last night, Bam Adebayo.
How about this guy?
83 points. 83 points. And he passes Kobe Bryant for the second highest scoring game ever. Wilt with the 100. It had been Kobe with 81. Now it's Bam Adebayo with 83. But his performance is already kind of being picked apart here. Did you see the quotes of Ime Udoka, the Rockets coach?
No.
He's a fraud.
When he found out about it, he said, quote, "I saw he only made 6 threes, but 40 free throws or something like that." Tells the story right there. And the Washington Wizards. Kobe being Kobe and Kobe being beloved in the basketball world, trust me, there are plenty of people around the NBA world who are not happy with the idea that Kobe's lost this distinction, that it's now taken up by Bam Adebayo.
I mean, listen, you still got to knock down shots. You still got to knock down free throws. And he got to the rim. I mean, he knocked down shots. He got to the rim. He was the aggressor. Yeah, it is the Washington Wizards. But you know what? So what? It's going to be a great trivia question back. Like, who are the top 3 scorers in NBA history? Everybody will get Wilt.
Yeah.
Everybody will get Kobe.
20 years from now?
Nobody will get Bam Adebayo.
Who was that guy? There was another guy. He had like 84 or something.
Yeah.
Who was that guy? Well,
It's impossible.
If you compare, Zach will never forget.
It's literally impossible.
He'll never forget. He's a hooper. But if you
His ceiling is established.
if you look at the 2 box scores, by the way, and just kind of compare. Adebayo took 43 shots.
Okay.
Kobe, in his 81-point game, he took. I just had it here. Hold on a second. Hold on. Here we go. Effort. He took 46. The difference was the free throws. Kobe was 18 of 20. Adebayo was 36 of 43.
Wow.
So this is a guy who on average per game averages about 5 free throws attempted per game.
Uh-huh.
He took 43, which
Inconceivable.
once everybody understands the way the game is going, and then it just simply becomes we're
Right.
doing everything we can to help Bam Adebayo get this record.
Right.
Does it, I'm asking you and I'll ask everybody out there, does it cheapen, does it tarnish the accomplishment at all? I mean, you had guys at the free throw line for Miami intentionally missing free throws, just ramming the ball, throwing the ball at the front of the rim and hoping it would deflect back to Adebayo.
Yeah.
Or they could get the rebound and then give it to Adebayo. So
What was Kobe from the field?
Kobe in his game was 28 of 46.
Okay.
So he shot over 50%.
And Adebayo was 20 of 43
Correct.
from the field.
Correct.
So it was, he made it up at the free throw line.
Both made 7 threes.
7 threes.
Yeah.
I mean, it's still
36 of 43 from the free throw line. 36 of his 83 came at the free throw line.
Oh,
Dude, how about SGA called in and said, "Man, this guy's a free throw merchant."
Right. And then the part about the Wizards, I'm not gonna make too big of a deal about the opponent. Washington 16 and 48 when Kobe had his night. Toronto that night dropped to 14 and 27. So they were both horrible teams.
Right.
Okay. So I don't. But you know how the NBA world feels about Kobe. There's an idea there that you want to protect Kobe's legacy and his accomplishment, and that he had this accomplishment. And is it kind of tarnished now that Adebayo is the guy that passed him and did it, with some of the numbers we just shared with you?
Listen, man, I don't care. I think it's still pretty cool. Like, it's still awesome. And when you have the conversation, I mean, there's nobody's going to say, "Is Bam the GOAT?"
No.
Nobody's going to put that. So I'm like, whatever. I think those numbers, when you start getting in the 80s, I mean, I think there's a lot of factors in there. I mean, obviously it doesn't happen, but once in a blue moon. But the bottom line is, I'm just not that way about Kobe. I think he was great. Whatever. I don't care. I know there are a lot of people that care, a lot of Laker fans that are going to be butthurt about it. I don't.
I'm with you. I don't care, but I'm just telling you that.
screw them.
There are plenty of people who do.
No, I'm sure
they're not happy that this happened.
Right. I'm sure they're not.
Yeah. Let's see what else happening. The big story in the NFL. This is wow. I mean, it's the Raiders, right? So the Raiders trade Max Crosby to the Ravens, and they get 2 first-round picks back. Okay, from the Ravens. By the way, I was erroneously saying, I got caught up in the story. I was saying the Raiders got their 2 first-round picks back. Clearly not the case.
Right.
So the Ravens give up 2 first-round picks. So the Raiders are you had people around the NFL world really congratulating the Raiders. Hey, you took a guy, Max Crosby, you got a lot out of him, great player, but by the time you guys are good again,
right,
he's not going to be
talked about
that kind of player. So
we talked about that on the Sinking Truth
this
podcast.
was the time to
this
move
was
him.
a big, we praised the Raiders for moving Max Crosby, coming off an injury, getting 2 first-rounders for him was a big move for the Raiders because they weren't. It's still gonna be a while.
So, not only do they get the 2 first-round picks from the Ravens, but they then go on a free agent spending spree, $280 million on 8 players, and so people are like, "Whoa, Raiders are clearly the early leaders in the clubhouse that win in the offseason, right?" Well, then the Ravens last night back out of the deal. All they do, they send out this terse statement saying, "We're backing out of the deal." And, they gave the cover excuse was, well, he failed a physical. Well, no kidding, he failed the physical. He's 8 weeks from having meniscus surgery, and he just got off crutches last week. Of course he's not going to pass a knee physical. He couldn't play this. He's not going to be able to play this week if there was a game. But what makes it look even worse for the Ravens, and they were getting crushed around the NFL world last night. Like, this is a bad look. You don't operate this way. You operate in bad faith. Nobody's going to want to work with the Ravens front office here moving forward. And then this morning they go out and sign Trey Hendrickson, another terrific pass rusher, 4 years, $112 million, literally hours after they back out of the Crosby deal.
Right.
Wow.
Crosby out, Hendrickson in. We get our 2 first-rounders back. We'll probably at 14, we'll probably draft an edge guy on top of it. Like, I think that they heard the criticism. They looked at the situation. They looked at Hendrickson out there on the free agent market, and all of a sudden they had that buyer's remorse and like, what are we doing? And then they called their doctor and said to their doctor, this guy fails the physical. And it's easy to do. I mean, I failed 3 physicals before I signed here in Denver. When I got here in Denver, it was basically, it was basically told to me later that you pass that physical because Mike Shanahan said he passes the physical to our doctors. Yeah. I wouldn't pass the physical if it wasn't for that.
Right.
But Mike said he passes the physical. Right. Ty not happy that I signed here.
Yeah.
AI Ty not happy that I was a Bronco.
AI Ty wanted the letter follow to the law.
Yeah.
He's
he's like collusion.
Yeah.
This is not good, right?
Hey, you do understand, if they did not look the other way with Mark's knee problems, we do not win a Super Bowl.
That's right.
There's no
That's right,
speech.
Ty.
There's no speech. No speech. None of that.
No. So think about that, Ty.
So there you go. There you go. Max Crosby back to the Raiders. Now, for what happens next with the Raiders is fascinating. There was some early speculation that, boy, they're going to have to back out of some of these free agent deals.
Yeah.
Because they're not going to be able to work it under the cap. But apparently they can make it work. But come on, Max Crosby can't be.
He's already told them that he wanted out,
He
right?
wanted out, and they showed that they were willing to move him. So
Yeah.
I think they're going to move him. But Raiders being Raiders, you're going to get less in trade this time around.
Correct.
We got another name to call out in our Superfan send-off. Dimitri Webb. You could be heading to Las Vegas for the biggest pro wrestling event in the world, thanks to 303-LAW-4040. Call us back within the next 10 minutes, 303-713-1043, to be entered into our drawing for the Superfan Send-Off Grand Prize. Pair of 2-night tickets to the event, round-trip airfare for 2 from Denver to Vegas, 2 nights hotel stay, and a $500 Visa gift card. Dimitri, don't call me Davis Webb. Call us now, 303-713-1043. Good luck. And up next, I'm going to tell you where I'm at in the grease stages when it comes to the Broncos and their inactivity in free agency. That's next.
Tournament time is here, and so is your shot at $5,000. Head to DenverSports.com/bracket to enter our 5K Bracket Challenge, presented by Bryant, Colorado. Think you can pick the perfect bracket? Prove it, but don't wait. Entries close before tip-off on March 19th. That's DenverSports.com/bracket. Denver Sports 104.3. The Fan.
Hey guys, your boy Snake here from my friends at the Low T Center. Low T Center, the original TRT clinic, and they have helped countless of men across the United States get their lives back through high-quality testosterone therapy. It sets the standards that other clinics are still trying to measure up to. Low T Center has been highlighted for having the highest quality testosterone on the market. They only use pharmaceutical-grade testosterone cypionate, never compounded. You're getting the best for your body to make sure your body responds, guys. And I'm telling you what, if you've been feeling tired, grumpy, lacking motivation and drive, they're the guys to turn to, the Low T Center. And right now, they've got specials on GLP-1s and peptide therapies as well. Free T-tests going on throughout the month of March, and hormone testing for women only $99, normally $299. I tell you what, guys, like I said, if you're feeling tired, grumpy, lacking motivation, not getting those gains in the gym, could be low testosterone, there's only one place to turn to. That's the Low T Center. Check them out online to book an appointment, lowtcenter.com. That's lowtcenter.com.
Imagine finding your dream home and moving in right away. No waiting to sell your old place first. Sounds perfect, right? That's exactly what Orchard's Move First, Sell Later program lets you do. Buy your new home now and sell the old one later. Here's how it works. Orchard gives you cash so you can buy and move into your new home first on your timeline. No waiting, no showings, no double moves. Then the Orchard experts take it from there. They handle repairs on your old home for you so you attract the right buyers. Once they're done, a local Orchard agent lists and sells your home for top dollar. Orchard's Move First program gives you the freedom to buy and move into your new home first and sell your old home later. Buy before you sell and get top dollar for your home with Orchard. Ready to find out how much your home is worth? Visit Orchard.com to get your free home valuation. That's Orchard.com.
When you want a new car, you want it now. That's why AutoNation moves at the speed of savings. Right now, put your tax refund to work at AutoNation. Even drive with 0 down plus 0 payments till June. No speed bumps, no detours, just great prices on new and used cars, trucks, and SUVs. Save on thousands of vehicles with 0 down plus 0 payments till June. Act fast, save now at your nearest AutoNation store. 60-month max term financing on approved credit. Interest accrues from date of purchase. See store for details. Expires 3/31/26.
I'm Rob Wilhite. For nearly half a century, my law firm has stood up for car accident victims right here in Colorado. Families, workers, neighbors, your community is our community. With over $1 billion won for our clients, our results speak for themselves. If you've been injured in a car accident, you deserve a team with experience, power, and a history of real wins. Call 303-GOOD-LAW or visit WilhiteWins.com. That's 303-GOOD-LAW or WilhiteWins.com. The Wilhite Law Firm, Colorado's trusted injury law firm for almost 50 years.
Who wants the lowest rate for life? I do. Everyone does, but it's only U.S. Mortgages. Lock in a low rate today, and if rates fall in the future, we will redo your loan and lower your rate without any lender fees, including the appraisal. There's no limit to the number of times you can do this. Always have the lowest rate for life. Get our 475 5-year fixed rate, 5.89 APR. Call 303-LOW-RATE or online at usmloan.com.
All loans subject to approval and change. See website for complete details. License number 392126.
You know what I could really go for right now? Literally anything that comes in a McDonald's carton, wrapper, or bag. Or a McDonald's cup. Yes, any of those items should do it.
And if you could go for a deal, now get free medium fries with the purchase of any hot, juicy Quarter Pounder with cheese or new Big Arch. Just what your cravings ordered. Limited time only. Price and participation may vary. Cannot be combined with any other offer.
Ba-da-ba-ba-ba.
Candy shaming. I don't know how anybody can eat that. Black licorice? Ugh. Ugh. Gross. Fact checking.
I think we have another candidate for the Mike Evans big board of BS.
No way.
In the spirit of giving.
Mike is getting an almost new but slightly used snowblower.
Oh, is that his compensation, Mark?
No, that's just out of the goodness of my heart, Stoke.
It's Stokley and Evans with Mark Schlereth on Denver Sports 104.3 The Fan.
Well, Broncos free agency continues to be a snooze fest. 2 days and nothing happening. And I'm at the point now, Stank.
It's like the grief stages. It's like the different stages of grief. My grief stage when it comes to not signing a free agent running back, especially. That's driven the most conversation, the most controversy. It's somewhere between bargaining and acceptance. So here's how I'm looking at it now. Why are we getting all worked up about not signing one of these running backs? All of them but one weren't drafted in the first round. All of them are in their mid-20s, their prime, with only 4 years of tread off their tires. Yet all were allowed to become free agents by the teams that knew them the best. All of them signing for relatively cheap money. The Broncos already have a second-round pick in R.J. Harvey, who showed flashes in his rookie season. And if Sean Payton and George Payton are half the talent evaluators we think they are, there's no reason they shouldn't be able to draft another running back that teamed up with Harvey, with veteran insurance from J.K. Dobbins, still end up with a good running game. How's that for accepting and bargaining with what the Broncos did and did not do in free agency?
Okay, let me ask you this: What did Kenneth Walker get? Because I know Travis Etienne was $13 million a year, right? Etienne was.
Yes, I thought Walker was even maybe a little less than that. I'll get the number here for you. But what's your point?
And so I just like
about $15 million.
Okay, he got $15 million. Okay,
15 for Walker, 13 for ETN, and Dobbins comes back at what?
Dobbins
8?
was number 3 though at like what could be $10 million a year, and that was the issue for me is like, did you really need to spend $8 million or a $10 million? It could be a $20 million deal, but let's call it a $16 million. Let's call it $8 a year. Did you really need to spend, even just for 1 year, because you can get rid of him after 1 year? Do you really need to spend $8 million on Dobbins? Could you have got him? Like, were you bidding against yourself? Did you have the Rockies come in and negotiate this contract? I mean, the guy has never been able to be healthy.
Right.
How many teams were negotiating with J.K. Dobbins? How many teams were like looking at J.K. going, yeah, that's the answer for us, a guy that plays 8 games a year?
If the Broncos had not signed J.K. Dobbins, he'd have been out on the street as a free agent until after the draft.
No, I don't think there's any question. So I don't. That's the thing I think that perplexes me is why. And I know he's good, but he's good for 8 games a year.
Yeah.
That's his history. And you could sit there and say, well, it was a fluke accident. It was a fluke injury. Well, you know what? You could say, hey, for 6 straight years, he's gotten fluke injuries every time. At some point, it becomes a trend. It's not just a fluke.
And I love the fact that J.K. has a competitive, fighting, defiant spirit about him. Okay, the fact that he responded to somebody on Twitter when somebody says $13 million was too much for ATN, but we paid J.K. Dobbins $10 a year. He averages 7 games a season.
Yeah.
To which J.K. said, quote, "Go be a fan for a different team, lame ass dude, and don't try to turn back around when I shut the fluke injury bleep up this year." I hope you do, because J.K. Dobbins is one of those players that I don't have to wonder if he can play. I know he can play.
Right.
I mean, that's the beauty and the curse of J.K. Dobbins right there, is that all he has to do is stay healthy, and the guy's going to be a 1,300-yard rusher for you. But he can't stay healthy.
2020, he played in 15 games. He started 1. He was with Baltimore at the time. He missed the 2021 season. 2022, played in 8 games, started 8 games. 2023, Baltimore, played in 1 game, started 1 game. 2024, with the Chargers, played in 13 games, started 11 games. And last year, played in 10 games, started 9 games. In 47 total games, 1 complete year missed. So that would have been, add another 16 back then. I think it was 16 in 2021. I don't think it was 17 yet. But you think about that, Mike. So 47, 57, 63 total games. He has played, potential of 63 games. He missed 1 season. He started 30 of them.
Yeah.
That's less than half.
Yeah.
And, and right now, because of that year that he missed, it's 47 games played, 30 started. It's just as the facts are the facts. And you can call it a fluke injury, but at what point is it a trend?
Yeah. But this is why I'm trying to accept what the Broncos are doing, is that you and I have had this conversation about running backs, and let's face it didn't really start to change until just a couple years ago when Saquon Barkley, Derrick Henry, Josh Jacobs, all with different teams, by the way, went out and had huge years, then coupled with the pretty high drafting of guys like Jahmyr Gibbs and Bijan Robinson, all of a sudden, like the running back position was back in vogue, right?
Mm-hmm.
Up until that point, it was just, dime a dozen. My rationale here that I'm going to accept here moving forward when it comes to the Broncos is that I still think, and that's why I go back to the free agent class that the Broncos ignored, all these guys but ETN were taken outside the first round. ETN was at the end of the first round, 25th overall. So I liked what I saw from R.J. Harvey. I'm very curious to see how R.J. Harvey progresses in the next year or two. And let's face it, if Sean and George are, as I said earlier, half of what we hope they are and need to be as evaluators, you should be able to get another talented running back in here. That R.J. Harvey, running back to be named, J.K. Dobbins, there's no reason why.
Right.
If you
the
if
J.K.
you wanna,
Dobbins thing, Mike, to me is a 1-year deal.
Yes.
It's a 1-year deal. So does that open you up at the end of the first round to pick up a running back?
Yes. Of course it does.
Or in the second round.
Of course it does.
Of course. Yeah. Exactly where I'm at. So I think that they're looking at themselves going, hey, man, there are plenty of really good running backs in this draft. We're going to get a guy that we think can be an every down guy.
Whatever you thought about the Broncos offense last year, okay? Whatever you're out there listening right now, whatever grade or level you had this Broncos offense at last year, do you honestly believe that they're going to make this huge, significant leap and they missed out on that chance because they didn't sign Kenneth Walker or Travis Etienne or Tyler Algier or Rico Dowdle or any of these guys? You really believe that this is what's going to hold them back? If you feel that way, then you're overrating the position, and you're definitely overrating these players. These guys are not Saquon Barkley.
Right.
This class was not Derrick Henry. This class wasn't Josh Jacobs.
Correct.
Okay?
Correct. I would tell you that is a secondary concern for me, the running back position, because I think they're going to go get somebody in the draft. I don't, at this point, could R.G. Harvey become a every down guy? He could. Do I think he will? No, I don't. But that position concerns me much less than the tight end position.
And you're going to tell us why the tight end position is concern number one for you moving forward as we now look ahead to the draft, or perhaps still maybe can salvage it in free agency. That plus open text lines coming up after I tell you about tournament time and our 5K bracket challenge. Your shot at $5,000. Head to DenverSports.com/hoops to enter our 5K bracket challenge presented by Bryant, Colorado. Think you could pick the perfect bracket? Go ahead and show us. Prove it. But don't wait. Entries close before tip-off on March 19th. You can get signed up right now. That's DenverSports.com/bracket.
As we head toward a potentially deep postseason run, do the Avalanche have a goaltending decision to make?
Do they have a goaltending controversy going into the playoffs?
Can you count on Blackwood at all?
Because they went to Wedgie during the game on Friday, and they went right back to Wedgie yesterday.
Denver Sports 104.3. The Fan.
Hey guys, your boy Stink here talking about Buddy Troy Hansford about the housing market. And this has been a couple of crazy years, from one of the hottest it's ever been to prices declining over the last decade or so, prices hottest they've ever been in the last decade to prices declining. It's something people haven't seen here in quite some time. Hey, listen, if you're thinking about selling your house and still getting top dollar, now's the time to do it. Believe it or not, Troy's still offering his $5,000 guarantee. If you can't sell your house at the price you guys agree upon, plus the timeline you agree upon, he's going to scratch you a check for $5,000. Come on, nobody else is going to make that offer, and he makes that offer because he continues to spend a bunch of money marketing his listings, has about 100 families approved and ready to buy. If you have a house, Troy probably has that perfect buyer for you right now, waiting for you to pick up the phone and call him. It's 720-900-4433. And if for any reason you need to sell right away, Troy can buy your house all cash, and he can close in as little as 7 days. Call Troy. Get your home sold for the most money. 720-900-4433. That's 720-900-4433. Troy Hansford of RE/MAX Professionals, a Colorado licensed broker. Some restrictions do apply. I want to sell your house? Then call my buddy Troy. 720-900-4433.
Cashback is not available on gas in New Jersey and Wisconsin.
Couponing. Wow, you didn't strike me as the coupon type.
Just trying to stay ahead of inflation. Gas, groceries, everything. It's all more expensive. I need to save wherever I can.
Have you tried Upside yet?
Upside? What's that?
It's a free app that I use that pays cash back for every gallon of gas I buy. You've got to buy gas to get around anyway. Might as well get paid for it.
Come on, does that really add up to anything?
I've already made around $200. The extra cash helped pay down my bills, and I even had a little extra left to to treat myself.
And the Upside app is free?
Totally free, and the cash back is real. You can transfer the cash right to your bank account.
I'm downloading Upside right now.
Download the free Upside app now to earn cash back every time you buy gas. Use promo code ENJOY to get an extra 25 cents per gallon on your first tank. You can cash out anytime right to your bank, to PayPal, or a gift card for Amazon and other brands. Just download the free Upside app and use promo code ENJOY for a 25 cents per gallon bonus on your first tank. That's code ENJOY for a 25 cents per gallon bonus.
At Common Spirit Health, we don't just see a cancer diagnosis. We see you, and you don't have to do this alone. We believe you should be surrounded by your people, so you can keep them close while you get care close to home. Supported by our care team from diagnosis to treatment and beyond, and strengthened by treatment tailored to you. Because there's no one-size-fits-all approach to cancer care. Find cancer care with human kindness close to you at mountain.commonspirit.org.
For many of us, it's happened before. Your hair is thinning, crowns disappearing. Maybe the hair loss has you feeling your identity is lost altogether. The solution that worked for me, it's an incredible yet simple one-day treatment that starts growing your own natural hair the very next day. And it's guaranteed to grow for life. It's the Advanced FUE from Advanced Hair. We've all seen the pills and lotions that come with monthly subscriptions. They help retain what you have, but what if you want your own natural hair permanently in specific areas? From Advanced Hair's state-of-the-art facilities to world-class Dr. Tanya Paul's, it's not maybe your hair will regrow. It's guaranteed that your new hair will grow. You decide how much, how thick, and where. It's why Advanced Hair is the winner of Westward's Best of Denver. For your free consultation, $250 off and 250 free hair grafts, call 720-459-HAIR. That's 720-459-HAIR or advancedhair.com.
Sex, intimacy, love. These three things are critical to a good relationship, and that's the problem with erectile dysfunction. It often destroys sexual enjoyment and intimacy. It stresses the love between partners, often to the breaking point. This is Jeff for the Rocky Mountain Men's Clinic, and if you're suffering with ED, you likely know exactly what I'm talking about. But I also want you to know that ED doesn't have to impact your relationship anymore. At the Rocky Mountain Men's Clinic, we're ED experts with our focus on men's sexual health. We've treated tens of thousands of men and have treatments that are effective in well over 90% of cases. I promise you, if you're like most guys, you can get your sex life back, perhaps even performing like you haven't in years. So if ED is affecting you, it's time to get back to better sex, better intimacy, and deeper love. Call us. Just $99 gets you blood work, a medical consult, and if medically advised, a test dose. And if that test dose doesn't work in the office, your visit is free. Call 720-440-7900 or go to RockyMountainMen'sClinic.com.
The Chase Ink Business Premier Card is made for people who make things happen, like me. I'm Sam, founder and CEO of Manifest, a product design company that makes everyday products designed smarter. I get 2.5% cash back on purchases of $5,000 or more, plus unlimited 2% cash back on all other purchases, which helps us make more smart ideas into a brilliant reality.
The Ink Business Premier Card. Chase for business. Make more of what's yours. Real business owner compensated for their participation. Cards issued by J.P. Morgan Chase Bank. N.A. member FDIC. Subject to credit approval. Terms apply.
Follow us on YouTube, Instagram, and TikTok at Denver Sports 1043 to stay up to date on all your local teams. Denver Sports 1043. The Fan. Imperfect analogies.
But Mark is not inferring that Bo Nix is a serial killer.
Poor communication.
Normally your phone by this time of the day, you haven't had it on a charger in 3 days. It's somewhere buried in a bag.
And emotional outbursts.
It would have been magical. And I would have gave the bird to Payton and down the sideline, give him the double bird as I'm running by him. Yeah, take this! You missed me!
It's Stokley and Evans with Mark Schlereth on Denver Sports 1043 The Fan.
No Stoke today. If you're listening, Stoke, we miss you. Hope you feel better. He is legitimately sick.
Oh, yeah.
He's not tapping out.
Little Shaver was not feeling well.
No.
No, he muscled through it yesterday.
He
too.
did.
He was tough.
He did. I do feel bad that I may have had the solution in my bag.
Yes.
All the while when I discovered,
Thanks a lot, Mike.
with about 30 minutes left in the show, I was rummaging through my work bag for something, and I came across a 3/4 full bottle of Dayquil.
Yeah.
And I wondered,
how to give it to him early.
Earlier, maybe he would not be in such dire straits.
He's just wandering around. He driving home, just wandering around Denver.
Wandering
around Denver, not knowing where he's at. Poor guy.
I know. He was so, in the grips of fever and delusional that he might have accidentally headed north on I-25.
Oh, my gosh. Can you imagine?
Which would never happen if his...
Once he gets past Hamden, he doesn't know where he might as well be out in Timbuktu. He's like, where am I?
Where am I?
What is this? What is this strange land?
Is this Cecil's house where the back door is looking to Wyoming and the front yard is Colorado? I don't know. I don't know. So you were saying, and this goes, and I'll tie it together because earlier today you did a Telestrator Tuesday, another bonus edition because Mark has no life and he just looks at film all the time. So we might as well pay it off.
I literally sat in my kitchen for 3 hours yesterday.
You're a psycho.
Looking at Troutman.
You looked at Adam Troutman film for 3 hours.
And Jeremiah Love from Notre Dame, who's going to go high. And Jadarian Price from Notre Dame, who is also potentially a first-round pick.
Would you like, and I know you'll do a deeper dive into them, but would you like to see both, either, or neither of them as Bronco running backs?
Oh, I'd like them both. I like them both a lot. It's the cool thing about watching running backs is watch them, and this is like receivers, this is like any position. Watch how a running back impacts the game without the ball in his hand. That's blitz pickup, running routes, all the things that running backs do when they don't have the ball in their hands, and watch how they affect the defense. And both of these guys affect the defense without the ball in their hands. You have to account for them. And so that's a big, it's a big plus. That's a, football character, love the game, whatever you want to call it. Mm-hmm. But I'll tell you what, they're both really good backs. Really good backs.
But for all the angst over the last couple of days of free agency inactivity from the Broncos, it's been pretty much centered. Probably 80% of it has been focused on them not bringing in a running back and then choosing to bring in J.K. Dobbins, bring back J.K. Dobbins instead. You do not feel that is their number one concern right now for this offense?
No, because I think you can find I don't think Love will be available. I think he'll go pretty high. I think Price will be available maybe even into the second round, Mike. So I think there are probably, and there's a bunch of backs that I haven't studied that I have to go look at, but I think there's a bunch of backs in the second or third round, even fourth round, that will fill the void that you want. A guy that can be, a first and second down guy that can, have a little bit more power behind his pads, a little bit more downhill type of runner. I think you'll be able to find that guy. So I'm not as concerned about the running back position as I am about the tight end position and how the players that we have and how we don't create decisions for a defense.
Decisions and deception.
Right. So anytime you roll in with a formation where it's, let's call it, in my day, base, fullback, tailback, tight end. Let's call it solo. 2 tight ends, right? 12 personnel, 11 Anytime you roll into a formation like that and the defense doesn't have to go, ooh, what are they going to do to us here? Are they going to run it down our throats or are they going to beat us over the top of the passing game? When you have a tight end that that's Troutman, really is only in there to block, that's a tell. When you have a tight end in Ingram, who's really only in there for the passing game, that's a tell. And you're not putting the defense under duress from a decision-making standpoint. That's a problem. So you get into 1st and 10 situations. Hey, man, if Ingram's in the game in 1st and 10, the odds are, the percentages are, you're throwing the ball. And it's probably an over. I don't have the percentage, but it's probably overwhelming. And if you do run the ball, you're going to run away from Ingram. He's not going to be a point of attack blocker. And so it's just for a defense, it's as soon as you get into, let's say you're an 11 on first down, and it's one back, and it's Ingram, and it's 3 wide receivers, you're like, they're either running opposite the direction he's in or they're throwing the football here. And so you're going to play them in small-bodied people that are better in coverage. And, you know, when you start looking at it from that perspective, does that shed some light on some of the offensive issues that the Broncos had? Hey, man, Troutman comes in on first down and 10. You're like, let's load up the box. They're running the ball here. And even if they decide to throw it, we're pretty comfortable with our linebacker on your tight end matchup.
It's that predictable, huh?
Well, I just think it's that. I just think if I'm playing the odds, well, like I broke down 5 games at Troutman. I can only remember a handful of runs, maybe 4 or 5 times, that Ingram was in and they ran the football. It just didn't happen very often.
So am I overstating things to say the only way the Broncos offense will get to an elite level is if they can find a tight end that can do both?
I'm not going to say that's the only way, but it's certainly going to take some pressure off whoever the next play caller is. But for everybody in this town, and there are plenty of you in this town that do not like Sean Payton, that think Sean Payton is a bad play caller and think that Davis Webb is going to be the savior. He's going to come in here and he's going to create wrinkles and, oh, my gosh, this guy is next level. Like, if you don't solve a couple of your issues, this offense, I don't think is going to look a lot different than it did last year. You're not all of a sudden you're not going to score, 7 more points a game.
Coming up next, you want to be an elite offense? Sure would help to have a tight end that can both catch and block. You want to be a Stanley Cup champion? Most times, you better have a goalie you can rely upon. And after the events of last night, do the Avalanche have a goaltending problem? That's next.
After an underwhelming start to free agency, have the Broncos put enough help around Bo Nix?
Where's this big move? You're not good enough. I want to emphasize that for everyone out there. And this is with a great love and adoration for George Payton and Sean Payton and the Denver Broncos. You are not good enough on the offensive side of the ball yet.
Denver Sports 104.3. The Fan.
Go from daydreamer to industry leader with Amazon Business. From office supplies to IT essentials, Amazon Business provides tools that help you save costs and make insight-based decisions. Learn how to bring your visions to life at AmazonBusiness.com.
Save $10 on a pair of Rain X Latitude wiper blades at O'Reilly Auto Parts. Our professional parts people will even install them for free.
O'Reilly Auto Parts.
I move mountains for a living. Literally. That means I don't carry hand lotion, and when it comes to serious heartburn, I don't mess around with anything but Rolaids. Rolaids' dual-active formula has calcium carbonate and magnesium hydroxide that relieves heartburn fast. Yeah, you heard right. 2 actives for that powerful relief. And the best part? The roll fits right here in my pocket, so I can get back to moving mountains.
Rolade spells powerful relief. Read each label. Use as directed. Keep out of reach of children.
I lost 60 pounds a few years ago with SodaWeightLoss.com, and it's never coming back. I am never gaining that weight back because I learned how to eat, what to eat, and when to eat with SodaWeightLoss.com. You can join Soda for a short time that have results that last a lifetime. Call them up at 1-866-800-SODA. That's 1-866-800-SODA. Or go online to SodaWeightLoss.com. And I lost those 60 pounds, and I'm never going back because of the personalized touch that SodaWeightLoss.com gives you with a personal nutritionist that's always available via text when you have questions, you have concerns. Sometimes you just need encouragement. on your weight loss journey, have a friend there. Have your personal nutritionist there for you. It's sodaweightloss.com. It's changed my life. I look and feel 10 years younger, and I love it. You'll love it too. Go to sodaweightloss.com. Again, call them up 1-866-800-SODA. Join Soda for a short time to have results that last a lifetime. At sodaweightloss.com. SOTA is, say it with me, state of the art.
At Belco Credit Union, we want to make your dream renovation a reality. Maybe that means a modern kitchen upgrade or a luxurious new bathroom. With Belco's Home Equity Choice line, you can get easy access to funds with the freedom and convenience of a home equity line of credit, plus the security and stability of a home equity loan. Plus, Belco is also offering low rates for qualified borrowers. Learn more at belco.org/choiceline. Belco is an equal opportunity housing lender. Belco, banking for everyone.
If you're in love, you're invited to Williams Jewelers Bridal Fest with our special guest, Takori.
March 17th through Saturday, March 21st.
I'm Shayna.
And I'm Dylan Williams. Come see the latest from Takori and the best diamond prices of the season.
Shop over 500 of the latest Takori engagement rings and wedding band styles fresh from California.
Plus, listen to this. 3/4 carat diamonds from just $26.95.
Gorgeous 1 carats from just $39.95.
And 2 carat diamonds from an amazing $13,995. Guys, during Bridal Fest, qualified buyers can get 24 months financing, interest-free.
Plus, when you spend $5,000 or more during Bridal Fest, you'll receive a Yeti cooler as our gift.
So join us for Williams Jewelers Bridal Fest with special guest Takori, March 17th through Saturday, March 21st at Williams Jewelers of Inglewood, your official Takori store.
Where Colorado shines.
Williams Jewelers, we can make diamonds a part of your life.
The official jeweler of the Colorado Avalanche.
When you've been serving Colorado as long as I have, you see a lot of new law firms come and go. Many of them aren't even from here. They don't know Colorado law the way we do. I'm Rob Wilhite of the Wilhite Law Firm. For 47 years, we've been fighting and winning for Coloradans. This is our home. We care about our community, and we care about the safety of every resident who lives here. So if you've been injured and need real Colorado experience on your side, call the Wilhite Law Firm, 303-GOOD-LAW. The Wilhite Law Firm. Experience you can trust, results you can count on.
From posters and presentations to labels and loyalty cards, Staples has all the print to boost your brand. Shop now in-store or you can shop online. Staples, that was easy.
KKFN and KKFN HD1 Longmont, Denver. Powered by Able Builders, it's Stokley and Evans with Mark Schlereth.
Denver Sports Snapshot.
Tonight on ESPN Denver 1600, CSU basketball faces Fresno State with pregame starting at 6:30.
Presented by Gebhardt BMW, your trusted family dealer since 1975.
Temper tantrums.
Was that fun, listener? Were those good questions? Did you find yourself going, man, Stokley, Evans, Schlereth, you guys are dumb. Did you have fun today?
Copyright infringement.
He took something that I have told him and tried to make it his own and just did not present very well.
And some flexible scheduling.
When I grow up, I want to have Mark's schedule. No one has a better schedule than Mark Schlereth. He just shows up and works whenever he wants to.
It's Stokley and Evans with Mark Schlereth on Denver Sports 104.3 The Fan.
Well, that's going to come back to bite you.
All I know is all the years I have worked with you, I don't recall you ever missing a day because of sickness.
No.
Now, many other reasons you've missed days.
Yes. Normally, if
but
I'm
not
out
sickness.
shaking my moneymaker.
Sure. Or running off to see the grandkids or something like that. But sickness has never stopped you.
The other thing that has never happened, and I don't want to jinx myself, but I have never shown up late to the show.
That is true as well.
And I think Stokely's done that a couple of times.
Stoke was late the other day, and he's sick today.
Not 2, not 3, not 4, not 5, not 6, not 7.
I don't know what to tell you. I don't know what to tell you.
So for the texter who says, I thought Stoke was the Iron Man of the fan.
Self-proclaimed?
Nope. Self-proclaimed.
Yeah.
You know, it's like LeBron James nicknaming himself King James. Yeah.
I'm sure they had to send out, Lana had to send out a search party because he's wandering around town yesterday all delirious from being sick.
In a feverish haze.
Yes.
Wandering around.
Wandering
Wandering around town. wandering around the Rock.
Yeah.
The guy is drunk.
Probably stopped off at one of his local haunts. Mom had to come get him.
Yeah. Got a call. Hey, Stokes here.
Yeah.
He's acting.
Physically he's present, but mentally he doesn't know where he's at. Can you come pick up your husband?
Oh, my goodness. Okay, so lot to get to. We'll start here with the Avalanche losing last night to Edmonton 4-3. Couple of themes to come out of this game. The Avalanche defensively have not been razor sharp since they came back from the Olympic break. Their penalty kill numbers have dropped precipitously over the last handful of games, so they got to tighten up there. And it would appear they need to tighten up their goaltending because Jared Bednar did not mince words when he expressed his, blame Mackenzie Blackwood, but he didn't hide his disappointment.
The frustration starts when you hand them 2 easy goals. Like penalty kill, rush coverage, guy driving the net, we step out, they find him, it's in the back of the net. We can't step out there. Breakout, lazy routes, swinging away from the puck, right to the net front all alone. Should have had 1, if not 2 guys in that area of the ice. They score again.
All right, so the defense needs to be tightened up.
Mm-hmm.
But hockey being hockey, especially if you want to win a Stanley Cup, yes, you're going to make some mistakes, and yes, you pay attention to tightening things up, but you also need to have a goalie that's going to bail you out, right?
Yes.
We need a save in the first half of the game. Like, they had 3 or 4 quality scoring chances, and 3 of them ended up in the net. I'm not blaming them for any of those goals, but if we're going to win against a team that's really good, especially when our team's not playing well, you need some big saves. It's why we got back in the game, right? He makes a couple big saves in the third period, penalty kill, big saves, and then we go and score. You know, if we had that at the first half of the game, then I think we're probably playing with a lead.
So, in a game in which I'm sure the very, very, very uber team-friendly Avs media is going on and on and on about, oh, Nathan MacKinnon, that was a terrible call, and he shouldn't have been thrown out of the game, and oh, the refs are out to get us. Okay, he deserved a penalty. He did not deserve to get thrown out of the game. All right, let's leave it
Agreed.
at that.
Okay.
Let's talk about the issues that matter here, and Nathan MacKinnon's is well down the list because this is about winning a Stanley Cup, and so you've got the power play that they're trying to figure out that has shown some signs of life, but, you know, still remains inconsistent. You got a penalty kill, which has been leaking water lately. You got an overall defense that Bednar himself just said can't have that. And now you got goaltending to the point where the guy who was your plan to be the number one guy to take you to a cup, Mackenzie Blackwood, has basically played himself out of the number one role to the point where if the Avalanche had a playoff game tonight, Scott Wedgwood would have to be your starting goaltender, which was most certainly not the plan when they brought Wedgie in here. So those are the issues. Now, for a lot of teams, the Avalanche problems would be, we welcome those problems, you know?
Sure.
With the first world hockey problems. But when you're a team where the margins are so thin, it's Stanley Cup or bust, well, now these issues become ultra magnified.
You know, I think it's really interesting. They always say this in the NFL playoffs, like the running game travels and it becomes more and more important as the weather turns, and especially in the playoffs. And we saw that firsthand here against the New England Patriots. Couldn't run the ball. You had to play with your backup quarterback. A lot of things just did not go your way. You end up losing a 10-7 game, right? And I think when it comes to playoff hockey, it is really hard to win a cup without supremely good goaltending. And, you know, we did win a cup with subpar goaltending. Darcy Kemper was not.
Oh, no.
Nothing to write home about.
No, it was some of the worst goaltending you'll ever see from a Stanley Cup champion.
If you had a legitimate big-time goalie here, and we talk about getting Naz back, and we talk about the trade deadline, like you win. I talked to a hockey guy that I know really well who was like convinced, and this guy played in the NHL, said, if the Avs had a top 5 type of goalie or top 10 type of goalie, they'd have won 2 more cups since the last one. That's how good they are. And I'm not going to sit there and disagree with it. If they had a top 10 goalie over the last several years since their last cup, they probably win 2 more with the way their team is constructed. And this is an issue because you can't keep at one point after Nugent Hopkins scores goal number 3 for the Oilers last night. At that point, Blackwood had faced 21 shots and given up 7 goals in the last game and a third.
Yeah, terrible.
Horrid. He's given up 8 goals.
And it's not just the stats. He just doesn't, even early in the game, he didn't look comfortable.
No.
It did not look like a goalie that was like really, really short. All of his movements looked like it was think, act, think, react.
Right.
Rather than just
fluid.
Yeah.
I agree with you. I agree with you 100%, man. It just does not look good. And, and it made me think, like, I mean, do you disagree? Like, if they had a top 10 goalie, you think they'd have won at least 1 more cup?
Yeah.
I do too.
Yeah.
Like their goaltending has been something that has been, like they've tried to address it, but it just hasn't gotten addressed.
Well, so that's one of the issues that they have to tighten up here if they're going to try to win a Stanley Cup. Other big story, couple big stories last night. Max Crosby, the deal with the Ravens. I mean, this is wild. And the fact that it involves the Raiders is just so perfect. But the trade, the Ravens sent out a terse release last night saying they had backed out of the Max Crosby deal. The cover was failed a physical. Well, the dude just had meniscus knee surgery 8 weeks ago. He was on crutches up until last week. So what'd you think? He was going to pass a physical? Hey,
right.
You couldn't play this week if there was a game. Well, no kidding.
Right.
But what
did
makes
you
it,
like the doctor didn't know? Did they not tell the doctor? He goes, I don't know if you guys know this, but it looks like the guy's coming off a knee surgery or something.
I hope you don't think he could play tonight. But,
Yeah.
No, and then compounding it, just making it look even worse, is that they turned around this morning and signed Trey Hendrickson to a 4-year deal. So
Collusion.
All we really care about is this actually good for the Broncos? Because you brought this up, the idea that, hey, listen, let's not talk about this weakening the Raiders. Dealing with the Raiders, getting past the Raiders in the AFC West is not our
your goal.
issue anymore.
Right.
It used to be. It's not anymore. We got our set higher on winning AFC championships. We might have to go through Baltimore.
Right.
So Max Crosby going to Baltimore is not something that we should feel great about.
Yeah.
All right. Now that it's worked out this way, what makes Baltimore better? Max Crosby or Trey Hendrickson?
Yeah, tell me how Max Crosby comes back from the injury. I mean, they're both really good players. And if you look at the last 5 years or whatever it is, Hendrickson has more sacks than does Max Crosby. But Max Crosby, I think the pressures were like 230 pressures for Trey Hendrickson to 292 or something to Max Crosby. Nobody has played in the last 4 or 5 years more defensive snaps than Max Crosby as a defensive lineman. So he's a guy that is the guy that just plays exceptionally hard from the opening kickoff to the end whistle. He never stops. He's unrelenting in his effort. He's a damn good player. I think both guys being healthy, Max Crosby is more of a problem overall.
But you've said Max Crosby can dominate a game without even putting up a stat.
Yes.
Can Trey Hendrickson do that?
Trey Hendrickson's more of a pure pass rusher, and I think Max Crosby's more of a disruptive force across the board.
Okay. Other stuff we want to get to. The more I look at Bam Adebayo going for 83, the more I feel like this is a tarnished accomplishment, a tarnished record.
Really?
I'll explain why. Also, what do you think of J.K. Dobbins firing back at his critics? Is it a bad look for J.K.? That's next.
Tournament time is here, and so is your shot at $5,000. Head to DenverSports.com/bracket to enter our 5K Bracket Challenge, presented by Bryant, Colorado. Think you can pick the perfect bracket? Prove it, but don't wait. Entries close before tip-off on March 19th. That's DenverSports.com/bracket. Denver Sports 104.3. The Fan.
Something to know about your home's windows. If you're in a neighborhood right now with houses that were built in the 80s, 90s, even 2000s, so-called custom homes, maybe the builder spent good money on windows. More than likely, they were provided by the lowest bidder. Your home's windows are too important to just settle, so I invite you to get to know Bluebird Windows and Doors. Bluebird, local company serving Colorado since 2006, featuring over 40 years of experience. Bluebird uses only the highest quality windows with the strongest warranties of any window you can buy in the industry. And what makes their windows so much better than what's in your house right now? Well, let's go with double strength glass versus single. Polyurethane foam insulation in the window frame versus these hollow frames. Think what that means in making your windows more energy efficient. Get to know Bluebird Windows with this special offer. Buy one window, get another 50% off through March 31st. Then mention my name, get an additional 5% off. Call 303-810-2888 and at gobluebirdco.com. Bluebird Windows, where your window replacement experience is second to none.
Taxes was feeling so stuck. Sitting in traffic, squeezing into a parking spot, all to squeeze in getting tax help during your lunch break. Now Taxes is a TurboTax expert who does your taxes for you, while you go about your day getting real-time notifications about their progress and the most money back guaranteed. Now this is Taxes. Intuit TurboTax. See guarantee details at turbotax.com/guarantees. Only available with TurboTax experts. Real-time updates only in iOS mobile app.
Drivers who switch their home and auto with Progressive could save money and time. Other things try to do this, but they really don't. Like the touchscreen at fast food places. It's not like you save time because it takes you longer to use a touchscreen than, I don't know, someone who works there. And another thing, you'd think it would save money because they're not paying a cashier, right? But no, same price. Also, why is there an option to tip? Who am I tipping? Exactly. Anyway, even if you can't save money and time with some things, you could with a Progressive home and auto bundle. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company, affiliates, and other insurers. Not available in all states or situations.
Fellas, what is happening? Stoke here from my friends at Rocky Mountain Men's Clinic. Sex, intimacy, and love are essential to fulfilling relationships. Erectile dysfunction can take a serious toll, stilling enjoyment, weakening intimacy, and placing stress on partners that can feel overwhelming. But ED doesn't have to continue impacting your relationship. Jeff and his team over at Rocky Mountain Men's Clinic can get you taken care of. They're the absolute best. They have treatments when the pills or the herbals fail. They have treatments with success rates well over 90%. Some treatments can have you last an hour or more. And Rocky Mountain Men's Clinic has served the Front Range of Colorado for nearly a decade, and they have successfully treated tens of thousands of men. If ED is affecting you, it's time to get back to the sex, intimacy, and love that brings you closer together. Rocky Mountain Men's Clinic has an expert staff, and if you're like a lot of men, you could be having sex the day after your appointment. They have 5 locations right here in Colorado to serve you. Fort Collins, North Denver, Central Denver, Castle Rock, and Colorado Springs. Call 720-440-7900 or you can find them online at RockyMountainMen'sClinic.com.
One iced coffee?
$1, please.
For real? No way. One iced coffee?
$1, please.
For real? No way. What a deal.
Your new morning groove. Iced coffee from McDonald's, any size for just $1 until 11 a.m. Price and participation may vary. Cannot be combined with any other offer. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba.
Some people just know you can save money on car insurance by checking Allstate first. So what are you waiting for? Check Allstate first for a quote today. You're in good hands with Allstate.
Want real Broncos talk? Cecil Lammy and Andrew Mason bring the heat on Orange and Blue today. The most passionate, intelligent, and in-depth Broncos coverage in the game. Weekdays at 5 p.m. on the Denver Sports 104.3 The Fan YouTube channel. Hit subscribe at Denver Sports 104.3 and never miss another take. Denver Sports 104.3 The Fan. Massive biceps.
Your arms look big. I don't know if it's fat or muscle.
You watch, not you. Minor accomplishments.
I did yoga yesterday. I signed up and took a yoga class yesterday.
And having each other's backs.
Mrs. S, Lana, Stoke's playing golf today, and Stoke has no intention of going appliance shopping with you.
Here's the deal. Here's the deal.
Just so you know.
It's Stokley and Evans with Mark Schlereth on Denver Sports 104.3 The Fan.
Hey, quick thought on the big NBA story last night. Bam Adebayo going for a, I kind of want to say a record, 83 points because nobody's going to get to 100, But Kobe's 81 was sort of like, all right, that's the modern era record, right? And so Bam Adebayo going for 83. And it's already kind of being picked apart by people in the NBA world. One, because the NBA world wants to protect Kobe's legacy.
Sure.
And they are upset that Kobe now has to be ceded to Bam Adebayo. But the problem I have with it is it's one stat line from Bam Adebayo last night. 36 of 43 from the free throw line. Do you realize the 36 free throws made and the 43 free throws attempted are both NBA records?
Yeah, that's where it gets a little shady, right?
Because you go back to the old days of the NBA, guys like Wilt, Russell routinely would have games where they were 26 of 35 from the free throw line. Ridiculous amounts of free throws taken and made. But despite all that, this guy set records in both. So for me, it's immediately, I put an asterisk on it. It got silly last night. It got silly.
It going to what do you say, 43 times?
43 times.
43 times? Yeah, that's a little bit ridiculous. And listen, man, I don't really care. I'm a basketball fan of the 80s. Like, that's the halcyon days for me. Right? You just with the Showtime Lakers and the Celtics and Magic and Bird and Julius Erving and back in the day, then it goes into the bad boys of Detroit. I like that. I like the Rockets back in the day with Olajuwon. Like that's kind of my heyday of basketball. And this game is soft and guys just begging for fouls and it's not, for me, it's not the same. I mean, I enjoy watching the Nuggets play and I enjoy, I'll enjoy an NBA game occasionally, but I'll watch the Nuggets. But for the most part, I just think that the league is so soft and it does lose a little bit of its luster, but I really don't care about the record. I don't care about 83. I don't really care about 81. Doesn't really.
I know.
Whatever.
I know. And if it was probably anybody else other than Kobe, maybe people wouldn't be making a big deal about it. But Kobe being Kobe and his legacy to the league and what ended up happening to him, I think for the Kobe fans out there was always that. Well, he's got that. And probably for a lot of people, that was their, all-time scoring record.
Yeah.
Because Wilt played in a game that was maybe so unrecognizable from the one that Kobe played. So anyway, but yeah, 36 of 43 from the free throw line.
That part is ridiculous.
Yeah, and when you got Miami at the free throw line, intentionally, throwing the ball off the front of the rim rather than trying to make a free throw just to get the ball loose so that maybe they can get the rebound and get it back to Adebayo.
Right, but
and
isn't that the problem with the NBA?
How so?
Well, I mean, like those type of things from an integrity standpoint, like when the NBA Players Association lobbies the NBA to make, 3-point throw, like half-court shots at the end of a game when the game ticks down, to not have that count against your field goal percentage, like that is just softer than whale poop to me. Like that is just like you guys. I'm just not going to take the shot because I don't want to ruin my field goal percentage. that's what we're concerned about. But that's today's NBA player, right? I mean, so this to
instead
me,
of being 10 of 22 from the field, you're 10 of 21.
Yeah.
Woo.
Right, exactly. I just
That's why I got so much respect for Jokic. You didn't care. You just hoist him.
Right. He's just like,
what the heck?
Here I go. And whatever's going to happen is going to happen. Yeah. So that part of the NBA bothers me a little bit, and so I understand where people would be upset about Bam, but 83 is 83, man.
No,
you got to hoist up a lot of shots. You got to drive to the basket. I mean, back in the day, how many of those fouls would have been called against the bad boy Pistons or against how many, half of them?
Right.
There's a bunch of those fouls that would not have been called.
Sometimes I
in
think
a
you
real
have
NBA.
You have okay, Boomer, shout at the clouds, get off my lawn takes, but that one's strong. That one is strong.
It's just true.
It is. It's a soft league. It's a very soft league. It really is.
Right.
I mean, I'm sorry. You
That's why I can.
You who are the modern NBA fan. I'm sorry. It's a pillow soft league.
That's why you can
with
never
the flopping
put
and the constant complaining about calls.
That's why you could never put LeBron in the GOAT conversation. Every trip down the court on the offensive side, he's begging for a foul call. And he's stopping the game and looking at the official and putting his arms in the air and then the flops and everything else. You just can't.
Texter, the NBA's soft take is kind of tiresome. Dude, I don't know what to tell you. My guess is you're probably about, 28 years old? I don't know what to tell you. Other than it is soft. Okay? It is soft. This era of NBA basketball is soft. It just is. And now it's entertaining. Look, hey, listen. There was a time there in the early 90s, mid-90s, NBA basketball was unwatchable. You know why? Because it was rough and it was tumble. And we had NBA playoff games that were 78-76. It was awful. It was ugly. It was terrible. Okay? So there is more life. There is more movement. There is more, energy to the game today.
Right.
But it's soft. And the flopping is out of control, and the constant crying after every play, every shot, looking at the official for it's a bad look. So I'm sorry if you feel that way, but I'm here to tell you it is. It's soft.
When I sat down with Gruden the other day, he was like, it just out of the blue, he goes, he said something to the effect of you'd be doing 5 to 10 in prison for the things you guys did on the football field in your time. You'd be doing time right now compared to what we're allowed to play, the way we're allowed to play in today's game versus what we were able to do in the time that I played. He'd be like, man, you would, they'd kick you out of the league.
Now, I'll give you a comp here. The NHL is much softer than it used to be, and I think that's for the benefit of the game.
Yeah,
and I'm a guy that always liked the fighting, but the NHL is nowhere near as rough and tumble as it used to be, and I think it's better because it
showcases the skill of the players.
Exactly.
Yeah, 100%. But it's not – the NBA has been officiated differently, and it's played differently than it used to be – or excuse me, the NHL is officiated differently and played differently than it used to be played for the better, right?
Correct, absolutely.
To showcase the skills. But you know what? It doesn't create this pillow soft approach. Guys will still get after each other. Guys are still going to check each other. Guys, if they get mad, are still going to go after one another. There's still a physicality that I respect, and there's a craziness that I respect about the NHL. Guys will dive in front of pucks. The NBA has none of that.
Well, and soft. And right now they're talking about there's kind of this now growing movement to try to shorten the NBA season. That's too much of a grind. No less a person than Stephen A. Smith, who is as big a mouthpiece for the NBA as you'll find, says, you know who I don't hear calling for a shortened season? NHL players.
Right.
And that's from Stephen A. Hey, Dwayne Montoya.
Montoya.
What do you think of when you hear Montoya?
I think of
Princess Bride, right?
Oh, Inigo Montoya. You killed my father. Prepare to die.
You keep using the word. I do not think it means what you think it means.
I do not think it means what you think it means. And when I find the six-finger man, I say, my name is Inigo Montoya. You killed my father. Prepare to die.
Dwayne Montoya, you could be heading to Las Vegas for the biggest pro wrestling event in the world.
They're related.
They could be, thanks to 303-LAW-4040. Call us back within the next 10 minutes at 3. Don't go anywhere. I want you to say the name. Call us back within the next 10 minutes at 303-713-1043 to be entered into our drawing for the Superfan Send-Off Grand Prize. Pair of 2-night tickets to the event. Round-trip airfare for 2 from Denver to Las Vegas. 2 nights hotel stay and a $500 Visa gift card.
Dwayne Montoya, son of, or grandson of, Inigo Montoya.
Call us now at 303-713-1043. Good luck.
Does Sean Payton still have a major role to fill on offense?
No! Running it back at the running back position was not good enough. It's not the answer. This team is not good enough at running the ball, and even with J.K. Dobbins back in the fold, he's a top 5 back when he's healthy. He's going to miss half of the time, if not more, with this contract.
Denver Sports 104.3. The Fan.
Hey guys, Mark Schlereth here from my friends at Cudarelli Vision. You know, I wore glasses all growing up, and then when I got into my 30s playing for the Broncos, I had LASIK surgery, which was awesome. That was so great. And then I hit my mid-50s. I started needing the readers for everything I was doing, whether it was seeing menus at a restaurant or studying film, getting prepared for a game, doing my daily devotional. I had to find those readers. And half the time, and you know how this is, if you're always looking for your readers, they're upstairs, you're downstairs. You're downstairs, your readers are upstairs. You go to the restaurant, you don't have them with you. Hey, those days are days of the past for me because I went to saw Dr. Cudarelli and had refractive lens exchange. Game changers. No longer need those readers, guys. I'm telling you what, you're going to love it. Cudarelli is Colorado's most experienced with over 90,000 vision correction procedures. He can tell you, just like he did me, when the right time for vision correction and RLE is for you. Guys, Cudarelli Vision RLE. No readers, no glasses, no contacts, no cataracts ever. Have them answer all your questions. Check them out at ColoradoRLE.com. That's ColoradoRLE.com.
Jacob's Law and 303 Law 4040, the husband and wife law firm where you don't get passed around to a law clerk or some call center overseas. You always get to meet directly with me and my lovely wife, Kimberly. Go ahead, save that number in your phone. You never know when you're going to need it. It's 303 Law 4040.
Cashback is not available on gas in New Jersey and Wisconsin.
Couponing. Wow, you didn't strike me as the coupon type.
Just trying to stay ahead of inflation. Gas, groceries, everything. It's all more expensive. I need to save wherever I can.
Have you tried Upside yet?
Upside? What's that?
It's a free app that I use that pays cash back for every gallon of gas I buy. You've got to buy gas to get around anyway. Might as well get paid for it.
Come on, does that really add up to anything?
I've already made around $200. The extra cash helped pay down my bills, and I even had a little extra left to treat myself.
And the Upside app is free?
Totally free, and the cash back is real. You can transfer the cash right to your bank account.
I'm downloading Upside right now.
Download the free Upside app now to earn cash back every time you buy gas. Use promo code ENJOY to get an extra 25 cents per gallon on your first tank. You can cash out anytime right to your bank, to PayPal, or a gift card for Amazon and other brands. Just download the free Upside app and use promo code ENJOY for a 25 cents per gallon bonus on your first tank. That's code ENJOY for a 25 cents per gallon bonus.
SodaWeightLoss.com is state of the art, and SodaWeightLoss.com helped me lose 60 pounds a few years ago, and I've never gained the weight back. Why? I know how to eat, what to eat, and when to eat. I had a real nutritionist there to help me along the way through my journey. I joined Soda for a short time to have results that last a lifetime. Call them up, 1-866-800-SODA. You want to lose that weight? 1-866-800-SODA. Online at SodaWeightLoss.com. They are there for you like they were there for me. It's SodaWeightLoss.com. Soda Weight Loss is state of the art.
The Terry Wickstrom Outdoor Show is broadcasting live from the Great American RV Show and Off-Grid Expo at the Colorado Convention Center, Saturday, March 14th from 9 to 11 a.m. with 400 plus 2026 RVs, off-grid adventure rigs, and the latest gear to fuel your next escape.
This segment on 104.3 The Fan is brought to you by ROX Rocks Heating and Air.
Denver Sports Snapshot.
Tonight on ESPN Denver 1600, CSU basketball faces Fresno State with pregame starting at 6:30.
Presented by Gebhardt BMW, your trusted family dealer since 1975.
Do you have the time to listen to me whine?
Caffeine Kicks.
You're drinking from a cup of coffee that's clearly not yours. Right. Because on the side it says, Mama needs more coffee.
Selective amnesia.
I mean, things come out of my mouth. I don't remember from segment to segment what I said.
And oversimplification.
Mike used to be intelligent before he started working with me, and I've dumbed him down.
He has dumbed me down a lot.
I'll be honest, it's going to be hard to dumb me down.
It's Stokley and Evans with Mark Schlereth on Denver Sports 104.3 The Fan.
No Stoke today. We hope he's feeling better. He's definitely a sick boy right now, so we wish him the best and a speedy recovery. Got some NFL free agency news, and no, it does not involve the Broncos. They're sitting this one out. The Colts and Daniel Jones have reached agreement on a 2-year contract. 2 years, $88 million.
Fully guaranteed?
I'm not seeing definitive language on that, but I got to assume it's right.
You would have to think.
I would think so.
I mean, Daniel Jones.
That's a Kirk Cousins type deal right there.
Daniel Jones was considered like a front runner in the MVP conversation through about 6-7 weeks.
Yep.
I mean, remember they started calling him Indiana Jones and all that kind of stuff, and so certainly played really well in Indianapolis. Certainly. Found a home with Shane Steichen, who is, not only the head coach but the play caller who really believes in Daniel Jones. So certainly it feels like a really good fit. Speaking of the Broncos and free agency, you see the release by the Ravens yesterday.
This is funny.
This is funny because the Ravens just basically said, hey. We have backed out of the deal for Max Crosby. It was just a very terse statement. So we get this from at Broncos 46. Says that the Broncos have backed out of our participation in free agency. We'll have no further comment at this time.
You're seeing those all over the NFL world.
And Bronco, with the Bronco letterhead and little horse head there. So very clever, very funny.
I also saw the Denver Broncos have backed out of our trade with Russell Wilson. We will have no further comment at this time.
Okay, great.
So yeah, it's the Ravens are being ridiculed for their underhanded way of conducting business, but the fact that it kind of screwed the Raiders,
it's smarmy though.
It is smarmy, but the fact that it's the Raiders that got smarmied, isn't it kind of funny?
Yeah, because screw them.
Yeah, well, I mean, I still think Max will be on the trade block, and I still think there's going to be a team, and hopefully it's not an AFC contending team. Like, I want to see, honestly, I have a relationship with Max. I like Max. Max and I are fairly tight, and I think Max because Max respects, what I say about football in general, but about his career. And I really, I was going back and forth with Max, and I really do want to see him go somewhere where he's got a chance. I would rather that be a NFC team where he's got a chance to, to compete for a playoff spot, because I always think about great players, unselfish players, players that just play the game the right way. Max is one of those guys. I'd like to see him have a chance to at least compete for a championship.
Careful. This is the kind of path you head down, and then pretty soon you're saying the Raiders getting good again is good for the NFL.
I know, but I'm just saying, well, it's not going to do it with the Raiders, that he goes somewhere in the NFC and has a chance, like Philly or somewhere that's established, that has a good football team kind of built around Max.
But you do anticipate him being traded, though. Again,
I do. I think.
I don't think they get 2 first-rounders, though.
No, I don't think that. I think that day that ship has sailed. But I think they'll get a first-rounder this year, and then maybe a second or third rounder.
J.K. Dobbins, is this a bad look for J.K. where he fires back at a critic on Twitter who said $13 million was too much for Travis Etienne, but we just paid J.K. Dobbins $10 a year. He averages 7 games a season. LMAOOOOOO. And Dobbins responds, quote, "Go be a fan for a different team, lame-ass dude, and don't try to turn back around when I shut the fluke injury bleep up this year." A, is that a level of rabbit ears you wish he didn't have? And B, shouldn't he probably keep his mouth shut and actually just go out and prove he can stay healthy before he starts popping off?
Both on both accounts. I understand seeing it, and I understand it motivating you, fueling you, being angry about it. I get that. I totally get that. The facts are the facts, and you can sit here and tell me all day long that they're fluky injuries, but dude, you play 8 games a year on average.
Yeah. The record's the record.
Right.
The pattern's the pattern.
You're always hurt, and I mean, I spent a lot of time playing in this league. You don't get healthier as the years go on. This league wears your body out, and what you have to be able to do is you have to be able to make up for some of the injury issues and the lack of athleticism or the deterioration of your body with intelligence. And the problem is the running back position, like, there's not a lot of wiggle room when you start to lose a little bit of that. Now, he hadn't, to watching him in camp and watching him this season, he hadn't lost anything, but he's just never been able to stay healthy. And yet, listen, man, I have a different perspective on Travis Etienne, and I have a different perspective on Kenneth Walker, because I know through sources that Kenneth Walker was a potential trade guy in the middle of the season for the Seahawks. He was sharing time with Charbonnet. They really liked Charbonnet.
Charbonnet. Like Timothy Chalamet.
And I know that in Jacksonville, they drafted Bashal Tutin, thinking that Bashal Tutin was eventually, by week 6 or so, going to take over the starting role. They were going to move Etienne out of the starting role. So I know what's going on in the NFL, and for those guys to get those big contracts, the issue is the Broncos paid, and it's good for JK, and it's good for team morale. Everybody loves him. They paid him a better than average, more than fair deal. I don't think he's going to get that anywhere else. It's like the Rockies negotiated the contract, right? They were negotiating them themselves. Like, we'll pay you $5 million. No, $6 million. No, $8 million. We'll pay you $8 million. Nobody else is in the conversation.
Yeah.
You just keep trumping yourself.
Yeah, it's like there's some, a couple people reached out and said, no, J.K. Dobbins had other offers. All right, Adam Troutman said he had 4 or 5 other teams interested in him too.
Right.
I mean,
yeah. Zach's got 10 offers in major markets.
See, this doesn't help, Sting.
And that wasn't that you?
No,
you got,
it's true, but not 10 other offers, but another offer.
I want to pound his ass.
To go to a top 10 market, but he loves Denver and he wants to be in Denver. Which
2 things can be true at the same time.
He does not love Denver as much as he loves Buffalo.
Go Sabres. Tournament
this
time.
Is not a drill.
Can you imagine our poor guy, Zach? He just had to go through.
He hates us.
He had to go through Broncos, Bills. Can you imagine if the Avs played the Sabres in the Stanley Cup
Sabres
Finals?
aren't any good, are they?
Oh no, they're very good.
Are they?
Oh, they are like they are the biggest surprise team in the NHL this year.
Because I thought they've stunk for the last several years. Okay.
Oh no, what the Sabres are doing right now in the NHL would be the equivalent of the Jets.
What?
Right now being one of the top 2 teams in the AFC.
It's impossible.
Really?
It's literally impossible.
Okay, I did not realize. Oh my gosh. You're right. Number 1 in the Atlantic Division, 40-19.
They just played the regular
juicy
8-game winning streak.
I don't know why that one gets me all the time.
Very juicy. Wow, I didn't. I listen. I stand corrected.
Yeah.
This is not a
They
drill.
just played the most entertaining regular season hockey game maybe in the last 5 years against Tampa the other day. It had everything. Fights, 3-4 guys in the penalty box at the same time. I think the final score was 8-7. Fantastic. Hey, tournament time is here. So is your shot at $5,000. Head to DenverSports.com/hoops to enter our 5K bracket challenge presented by Bryant, Colorado. Think you can pick the perfect bracket? Go ahead and prove it, but don't wait. You can sign up. Entries do close before tip-off on March 19th. That's DenverSports.com/bracket. Good luck.
Calling all wrestling fans. Now's your chance to win your way into the biggest pro wrestling event in the world. Airfare, hotel tickets, and $500 in spending money all included. It's the Superfan Send-Off, presented by 303 Law 4040. First, head to DenverSports.com/Superfan to register. Then tune in every hour to see if your name is called. If you hear your name, you have 10 minutes to call us back and be entered into the grand prize drawing. It's the Superfan Send-Off, presented by 303 Law 4040. Denver Sports 104.3. The Fan.
Well, the clocks have sprung forward. Spring and summer on deck. Going to be that time that you want to be outside, active, putting your best out there for everyone to see. But if you're not feeling it, you're not feeling that kind of confidence because you don't like what's happening to your hair, I may have a solution for you that has worked so great for me. It's Advanced Hair Restoration, and it's their simple yet incredibly easy and effective one-day hair loss solution that begins to regrow your own natural hair, and it's even guaranteed to grow. My endorsement of Advanced Hair Restoration is backed by 20 years of success. Had this done that long ago, and it was then and is today an overwhelming success. My endorsement also includes working with Dr. Tanya Pauls. She did my hair back then. She'll do yours now. She's a true legend in this field, and along with her all-star team, you couldn't be in better hands. Whether it's a bald spot, receding hairline, thinning hair, all you need to do is choose how much hair and where, and Advanced Hair does the rest. For a limited time, get a free consultation, 250 free hair grafts, and $250 off. Call 720-459-HAIR, and at advancedhair.com, that's advancedhair.com.
Check engine or ABS light on? Take the guesswork out of your warning lights with O'Reilly Veriscan. It's free. Ask for O'Reilly Veriscan.
O'Reilly Auto Parts.
How can you free your team from time-consuming office tasks? Amazon Business. Smart business buying tools enable buyers to find and purchase items fast so they can focus on strategy and growth. Free up your teams and focus on your future. Learn more at AmazonBusiness.com.
Pump up the volume.
Business moves fast. Orders roll in, deadlines close in. When you ship with USPS Ground Advantage, you can keep up with confidence. Every package stays in our secure network from dock to door. And with nationwide reach, dependable tracking, and upfront affordable pricing, you get built-in peace of mind. You run the business. We run the routes. Visit USPS.com/Ground Advantage to learn more.
A family office is a team built to handle the three biggest financial responsibilities a family faces: wealth management, tax strategy, and estate planning. Most firms only manage your investments and refer the rest out, hoping everyone stays aligned. At Trajan, we built something different. Your wealth, tax planning, and estate planning are handled together inside one firm under one roof. There's no guessing whether your CPA, advisor, and estate attorney are truly in sync, because our team works together every day on your behalf. When your financial life becomes more complex, your advice should become more coordinated, not more fragmented. One plan, one trusted team. Call Trajan today, 720-204-8100. That's 720-204-8100.
Trajan Wealth, an SEC-registered investment advisor. Additional services through Trajan Estate and Trajan Tax. Additional disclosures and accreditation at TrajanWealth.com.
Sometimes weather and body pain can slow you down. But don't let the pain stop you. With just one pill, Aleve provides up to 12 hours of pain relief, so you can keep moving. Use as directed.
Names that rhyme, takes that hit different. Shapiro and Piro is happy hour sports talk built for the modern fan. Local stories, hidden gems, and the mustache monologues you never knew you needed. Weekdays at 3 p.m. on the Denver Sports 104.3 The Fan YouTube channel. Subscribe now at Denver Sports 104.3 and get in on the action. Denver Sports 104.3 The Fan. raw emotion.
I'm crying right now. I have tears in my eyes. These are legitimate David Edelman tears.
Deceptive tactics.
I'm not falling for that Louisiana draw country boy, not that bright. I'm not falling for it anymore.
And thick accents.
Ask Stoke to say groin for me, will you please?
Groin.
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 Groin. So it's not groin, it's groin.
Groin.
It's Stokley and Evans with Mark Schlereth on Denver Sports 104.3 The Fan.
Man, I miss our Raging Cajun today.
I do too.
Our Grazing Cajun. Our Louisiana lunchbox.
Faton Rouge.
Faton Rouge.
That might be my favorite.
I think that is the favorite.
Faton Rouge.
We hope Stoke is feeling better.
Screw you, Evans.
No. We truly do. Feel bad that I did not discover the Dayquil in my bag until there was only 30 minutes left in the show yesterday.
I will smack you.
Could have made a big difference.
May have been the deciding factor whether it was in today or out.
Yep.
That Dayquil.
That would be your ass.
A couple texts I got from the same guy, Russ from Loveland, over 2 days, yesterday and today. I'll read them both.
Okay.
I'm curious, Mike Evans, are you happy with the Broncos at anything they do? 10 years ago, you would have begged for this situation. Now you're complaining all the time. Then this one, today, Russ from Loveland. The Avalanche go 5-1 since the Olympic break, and you're complaining? Russ. Standards change. They change. What was something you once begged for and something you would never complain about changes. And when the standard gets raised, when the bar gets raised, when the expectations go up, you complain, you dissect, you get bothered by things that you're right. 8-9 years ago with the Broncos, I never would have complained about. But this is a good problem to have. You want the bar to be raised. You want to be talking about the Avalanche, and even though they're 5-1, you understand by looking at the bigger picture that it's not just simply about, proving you're one of the best, or if not the best team in the regular season. It's about winning another Stanley Cup. And when the bar is set that high, or when you're in a Super Bowl window based on what the Broncos did this season, the old rules don't apply anymore. Sorry.
I think in regards to the Avalanche, Mike, I can sit there and watch last night and go, in the second period, they probably had 3 or 4 odd man rushes where the Avs turned the puck over. And all of a sudden it's a 4-on-2. It's a 3-on-2. They had 3 or 4 of those in the second period alone. Not good enough. I can be angry with that. I can be angry with Blackwood just not looking comfortable in the goal and thinking to myself, when he gave up that third goal and it was 7 goals on 21 shots over the last 2 games, I was like, you need to pull his ass. Not good enough. And even you look at McKinnon, even comes out and says after the Nas deal, he's like, hey, squarely, it's Stanley Cup or bust. That's where we are right now. I look at the Nuggets. I mean, you lose to OKC and everybody's like taking a moral victory. What an exciting game. It was great. Man, they had their whole starting lineup, other than SGA, was out. Jalen Williams was out. Hartenstein was out. Caruso was out. It was one after the other after that. There's another. Chet Holmgren is out. You got 4 guys, and I know Caruso comes off the bench usually, but you know what I'm saying. You got 4 prominent players for OKC that were out, and you still couldn't close out a game. You still couldn't close out the second quarter. You couldn't close out the fourth quarter. And, oh, by the way, you can sit there and say, hey, we had a great plan against SGA, made an unbelievable shot. He did. That wasn't what I was worried about. It was the 5 times I watched them just blow past you at the 3-point line and get to the 10 uncontested. And it happened whenever they wanted it. Mm-hmm. That's a problem. And that needs to be fixed. And then you look at the Broncos and you say, hey, man, the running back situation, let's get some clarity and let's get a guy that at least we know has a history of being able to show up. Tyler Algier, I think, has missed 1 game in 4 years. J.K. Dobbins misses 8 games every year. And that running game needs to be fixed. The tight end position is a tell. Troutman does nothing but block, and Ingram does nothing but catch. Like, he doesn't. He's not a factor in the run game. So it's a tell. Go fix it in free agency. And you said, nah, you know what? We're not. And I understand we're pretty happy with our team, and we think we've got enough draft capital to go make something happen in the draft. That's great. But at this stage of the game, it's not draft time. At this stage of the game, it is free agency. And here's the other issue. The draft is a crapshoot. Regardless how good.
Oh, no.
Regardless.
You were doing great until you said crapshoot.
Regardless.
Cecil's going to be very. Oh, boy.
Regardless
I'm not fighting your fight for you.
Right.
I'm not fighting your fight for you.
Regardless of how good a guy is in college, you don't know how he's going to react to the NFL. Some guys are average players in college, and they blossom in the NFL, and they become great NFL players. Some guys are superstars in college. They get to the NFL, and it's overwhelming. It's just too big for them.
Hey, there was a time a few years ago where the Broncos were so bad, so dysfunctional that when they went 8-9 in Sean's first year, I was like, oh man. They went 10-7 2 years ago. We're like, hey, they're in the playoffs. Who cares if they get beat? It's all gravy. But your expectations change. There was a time back when the Avalanche in the early days of Bednar and McKinnon and Rantanen and Gabe, I mean, you could shoot a cannon off inside the then Pepsi Center and not worry about hurting anybody.
Mm-hmm.
And I would have craved, just being a playoff team at that point. Standards, expectations change. Same thing with the Nuggets. So we're very fortunate. I mean, I sit here right now, the Rockies coming off a 119-loss season. If they could somehow only lose 99 games this year, I'd be overjoyed.
Right.
Overjoyed.
Improvement.
But I hope, I know saying this right now sounds pretty crazy, but I would hope maybe 5-6 years from now, when the Rockies are a legitimate 95-win team and they're contending for the NL West with the Dodgers, man, I would love to have the conversation on a Thursday, on a Friday before a big weekend series against the Dodgers, like, oh, man, why couldn't that guy get down that sacrifice bunt last night?
Right.
You got to do that, right?
Yeah.
Stuff like that. I would love to be able to nitpick that kind of stuff, but, that's the way it works. Russ from Loveland, expectations change, and I wouldn't have it any other way.
You're right. Hey, man, it's great that we live in a city that has 3 teams that are top-notch championship-level organizations.
Yep.
And so when you're playing at that level, man, yeah, it's only right to scrutinize. It's not that we're not happy that they went 14-3. I'm not happy they lost the AFC Championship. And I don't think, as currently constructed, had they gone to the Super Bowl, that they would have been good enough to. I think it would have been if Bo Nix was healthy. I think it would have been a good game. But I still think Seattle's probably a better overall team.
Yes,
we have got to get better, and there's a couple of positions of need that needed to be addressed. And ultimately, the other thing I think of is, when you look at the running back position, you're like, was anybody really bidding against J.K. Dobbins for his services? And I'd be hard pressed to say, based on his injury history, at this point, no. Nobody else is going to pay him $8-10 million a year, I don't think.
So that's the way it is. And sorry, the Avalanche can go 5-1. The object is not to go 5-1 during the regular season in the NHL. The goal is to win a Stanley Cup, and we have a smart enough fan base around here. We have a smart enough basketball fan base. We have a smart enough football fan base. And I think we'd have a tremendously smart baseball fan base if ever the Rockies could get good. But no, we have smart fan bases that knows what it looks like to win big. And that's why we nitpick. Some may say nitpick, but we correctly point out some issues that better be fixed, better be addressed if you want to meet the stated goal.
Correct.
So there you go. Hey, good job today.
Thank you,
How
buddy.
you feeling? 4 hours? You good? You good?
Yeah, no,
Okay.
I'm like, it went quick.
Good.
It went quick.
I like it. Thank you, everybody, for listening. All your contributions on the text line and the Denver Sports YouTube channel. We send out our best wishes to Stoke. Get healthy fast. Feel better, my friend. And we will hopefully see you tomorrow. In the meantime, we turn it over to Dover and Cecil. They're coming your way next.
Tournament time is here, and so is your shot at $5,000. Head to DenverSports.com/bracket to enter our 5K Bracket Challenge, presented by Bryant, Colorado. Think you can pick the perfect bracket? Prove it. But don't wait. Entries close before tip-off on March 19th. That's DenverSports.com/bracket. Denver Sports 104.3. The Fan.
Texting privacy policy and terms and conditions posted at textingterms.us. Texting enrolls you for recurring automated text marketing messages. Message